So
Has he frozen? He locked up just as it went live. You noticed that?
I noticed that. It's amazing, isn't it?
it's not wrong here. What's wrong? Am I out of focus?
No, you're looking all right. Looking good.
Yeah, look fine to me.
Yeah.
No, something all right here. Hang on a minute.
I don't know. It looks all right to me. What you think? It's all right, Fox?
Yeah, it looks all right to me as far as I can tell. Everything's hunky dory.
No, it's not right. It's not right. Hang on a minute. That's better.
Good. All good now, is he?
Is it better?
Yeah. Yes,
Cool.
right.
Okay. Sorted.
Yeah. Everybody's in focus now.
Yeah.
New glasses. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's Monday night. It's Monday night of the live stream from
Space.
What they call it? eModels.
Nottingham.
Yeah, eModels.co.uk. And I'm back. Yeah, after my last week was hobnobbing with royalty. Yeah, I'm back for this week. I come back. Yeah, back down to earth with you, normal guys. Yeah. So
when you say hobnobbing, was it hobnobs or chocolate hobnobs?
It was chocolate hobnobs, actually.
It would have had to be chocolate hobnobs.
Yeah,
You can't just
and coffee, because you can double dip. You can double dip chocolate hobnobs.
Yeah, they're hardcore.
Yeah. So
I go on to food straight away. Carry on.
Yeah. So about what did I miss last week? Did Dora sell out?
Nothing happened. Nothing missed. Nothing you didn't.
I don't remember last week.
You'll have to tell me, otherwise I'll watch the live stream back.
I seem to have no memories of anything last week happening at all of any interest, really.
No,
nothing springs to mind. Everything's fine. We're all fine now. Thanks. How are you?
Apparently my knighthood's in the post.
Yes.
There's other things that I can't tell you about that happened last week, but never mind anyway.
No, I did set you a challenge, Ted. I did say to you that if Charles goes down the lineup and says hello to you, you're supposed to ask him, and what do you do? Did you get a chance?
He said, "You're Ted, are you? Haven't I seen you on YouTube or something?" He did say I've sent you an email to Ted at eModels.co.uk, but I haven't heard anything back. So that was it. Yeah, I'm famous.
Yes.
Yeah,
was he asking you about some sort of weathering technique, do you think? Or? I can't divulge what was said anyway.
I've got this corgi that I just want to give a nice little weathering to it.
Anyway, welcome once again to Monday Night eModels, eModels.co.uk, and for fun frolics. And have we got some giveaways this week?
Don't know, have we?
Well, wait and see.
Just be. You never know. You have to wait till the end and find out.
Always.
Yeah, you never know what might happen in this program. A whole 2 hours worth of whatever's going to happen. Giveaways, yeah, we'll have the usual stickers and eModels mugs, and I put some stickers in the post. But unfortunately, I run out of stickers. So if you haven't got a sticker this week, there will be some on the way to you. So some stickers are on the way and in the post. Yeah, I promise the check's in the post.
I thought you were going to say you put some stickers in the post, but forgot to put envelopes around them.
I did away without envelopes and just put stamps on the back of the stickers.
You just wrote the name on the back, like Dave.
Yeah,
just write the channel name, I think.
So no doubt you'll now be seeing Royal Mail vans going around with Mr. E stickers on the back of them and things like that. So.
Unfortunately, what he did was on the stickers he just wrote on the back Ted at eModels, eModels.co.uk. They can't even email them to him either.
Yeah, I did try emailing. If you do want your sticker emailed instead of sent by the post, just let us know. It's far easier. And price of postage has gone up. I went in to send. Can I post these, please? That'd be £200. Oh, price has gone up then. No, never mind. Yeah, so, don't forget, folks, it's your live stream. It's up to you to provide us with things to talk about. So you can send your questions, comments, or other things, freebies to Ted at eModels, eModels.co.uk. I think we said that once already.
Yeah. But don't forget, of course, if you are watching this, we do depend on the guys in live chat to help us out with stuff to talk about and to give us some comic relief and to make things a bit more interesting. Because if it wasn't for the guys in chat, this would just be three blokes talking about moss or something. It wouldn't be very interesting. So if you are watching but you can't see the live chat, all you need to do is click on the YouTube icon that's down in the bottom corner here somewhere, down there somewhere, and that will magically transport you to the world of YouTube, where you can watch the stream, watch us being pretty on the telly, and join the typey live chat. And do join in, because we've got stickers to give away. Woo! And that and things and stuff. So do come and join in. If you are in the chat and you want to ask a question, remember, we're rubbish. We don't notice all the chat because we're old and it's a long way. It's all the way over there. And we're too busy being awesome on TV. So if you want to get our attention, make sure to put your question or comment in big fat capital letters so we have a chance of seeing it. Or if you want to, you can use the super chat, which is the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window, and that will put your comment in a big coloured box, and we have no chance of missing it then.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm just having a look at the eModels email bag. I can never get that right. I see we already have a shout out that's coming for this evening.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to what Foxx was just saying because I was busy sending that email reminder, because otherwise I'll forget.
Yeah, you're got it sent to the right address. However, the email box doesn't seem to want to open. Oh.
Ted's broken his internet already.
Oh dear.
Never mind. Yeah, I got the gist of it. I got the highlight of it. It's there. So we don't
press it harder. It'll work. It'll be fine.
I mean, family friendly.
Yeah, just hit your phone harder. Never mind. Yeah, so if you do have any shout outs or anything, just you can send them in as well. If you want to be forgiven for things that you've done or not done, we'll shout them out for you.
Can't guarantee we'll get you out of the doghouse, but we'll have a darn good try.
Yeah, especially I did notice that after last week's What's in Store and you featured Dora, there did seem to be an influx of solicitors contacting eModels about
divorce went like that.
Divorce, yeah, offering free divorce, cheap rate divorces and such. So yeah, so we are quite popular. So yeah, I still can't get that email. Where's it gone?
I've deleted it. I've just sent an email to you and you deleted it.
No, I can't even open the email.
Have you got one of that? Have you got another iPhone with half a screen that works, Ted?
The whole screen works. It's just that nothing's working.
Yeah, I've got it here. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll just close it and find it again.
I'm pretty sure I've got it as well.
There it comes. There it comes. Somebody's already read it. Yeah.
Should I have a look through who's here?
Yeah, have a look.
Let me have a drink before I do.
Away for a week, and I forget what the running order is.
You're all at 6s and 7s, aren't you, Ted?
But Chris,
I like that you think we've got a running order.
Who's joined us tonight then?
Well, the first one in that I can see is Speedy Q8 saying previous comments have disappeared. I can pretend I was first in. So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, Spid was first in. Welcome, hello. We have. Sorry.
I said fair dibs. There's no other proof to confirm.
It's the first one I can read, so yeah, it makes it first in my book. We also have, I'll say no particular order, in the order in which they are appearing on the side of the chat window there. Lord Barkley III, Dad, me, Sergeant Bones is in. He's been in the kitchen, but Bob Salty Walls Bobbington's in. Michael Jackerman, Zadstar, Phil Kett, Red Leno 8. Ones that I've already read. Zadstar, did I say Zadstar already?
Not yet. You just have
There's Zadstar. Model Making Guru is in. Oh, that was loud.
Loud? Who was that?
My phone's just started to work again.
He just got an email. Sergeant Bones, Dad, Model Making Guru. Paul Horner, Tiger Tank 2.
I've just heard Ted's email arrive on Mum's iPad downstairs.
Mark 3BS. Good evening, everybody, he says. Ickle Pete, Simon Payne. There's other people that I've already read. Me, Skipper Ted, Simon Payne, Skullfish is in, Adam Clark, Jamie Bones, Skullfish, Robert Aitken, Ashley Sparrowhawk, Stephen Hill Harris,
I love that name.
Wayne Hayward, Matthew Birtles, Michael Jackerman, Matt Bradford, names that I've already said, Swigging Pig, sorry. Yes,
Swinging Pig.
Not Swinging Pig. That's the other one. Mark is in. Paul Di Tomasio, Philip Prime, Anders Ericsson, Spids back here again now later, but yeah, Michael Brown, Graham Presswood, Andy B67. I think now Chancellor NW's in. Ray from Malta is in.
Hey, Ray.
Stefan Last. And I think, Carl Bloomer just says hello. There you go. And Smudge Models and George Taylor. And now I'm up to date. So if I missed you, I apologise. But, you know you're here. And we know everyone's here. And we're all here. We're here too as well.
Fine, thank you. No, thank you, fine. How are you? Tag 2 says, everyone click on the thumbs up like icon. I don't know why he says that, but you should do it because it's brilliant.
Good. Right, I should ask then, what's everybody been doing for the past week or the past fortnight? Did you do what have you been doing last week?
Last week's a blank.
I'm sure we talked about some stuff last week about things.
So yeah, I've got 2 weeks. I've got 2 weeks of catching up of what have you been doing for these past 2 weeks.
Who are you aiming at, Ted?
Both of you. How about you, Mister? How about you, Fox? What have you been doing this week?
Okay. Well, before I tell you that, I need to tell you today's fact of the day, which I've remembered to do at the start.
All right.
History.
Fact of today.
Fact of the day. On this day in history, in 1874, the first Impressionist exhibition opened in Paris, featuring Claude Monet, Edgar Degas, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, Camille Pissarro, and Berthe Morisot. There you go. A little bit of art history for you folks there. You always learn something when I'm around. It's not useful or interesting, but it's something, and you learn it with your brain. So there you go.
Do you think they sat around the table? Have you seen this one? What I've done? Produce a huge sort of portrait. Have you seen this one? No, I've got a better one than that. I've got this one, about 14-foot canvas.
I just imagine like this whole exhibition opens up in Paris, and all this wonderful new impressionist artwork, and there's some middle-aged bloke there from Manchester going, "Oh, it's foreign muck. I don't like this. Where's the bowls of apples and thing? I don't like it."
You just put a few matchsticks and it'll be right.
This is rubbish. This is nonsense. There's no naked ladies. I don't like it.
Call this art.
This foreign garlic bread. So that's what I've been up to. I've been sort of busy. I've done many things. I have. I've been working on my Warhammers on my own time. Obviously, I've been working on my Chimera tank. Today, I'm in a grumpy mood today because I've been working on the new Vex Machinaris, which was released on Saturday from Games Workshop, and I don't like the build, and I've had some breakages, and it's really frustrating. So I was
he's very, very grumpy.
Yeah, so it was a not enjoyable build. But I thought, I'm going to enjoy painting it, so don't worry. And then something snapped, and now I'm like, I hate everything now. So it was like not fun. Then I was expecting, and then looking forward to it, and then I went grumpy again. So I've got some repairs drying, and I have to just leave it alone for a day. But I have been working as well on the U-boat, which I should screen share very quickly rather than hold it up.
I'll lock it on you just so that we don't lose it.
On me now, sir. Let's have a look. Let's lock it on me, and we do this. Yes, I have been working on. If I can get it to full screen, will it full screen? No. Oh well. Lock it on. The latest video went up, I think, 2 or 3 days ago, but it didn't show this bit. This is where it's up to it now. There is an episode due to come out, I think, on Thursday or Friday, and it will show you how I added the extra bit of rigging and the flags and the tonnage pennants. And I think I did some weathering as well. So I did some gunk washing and chipping, and I also added the tonnage pennants and the flag, which was jolly good fun. Actually, very easy. Bit more easy line, a bit more flag action going on.
Yeah, it looks like they got the washing out.
Yeah, I was going to put some washing on there. But the cunning thing is, actually, because many years ago I made the 172nd Revell U-boat, the U-96. So I had left over some cloth flags that I got from a third-party seller and some of the paper tonnage pennants from the Revell kit. So I used some of the tonnage pennants, and they're completely not in scale, but it's just silly fun. So,
it does need a single sock.
Yeah, probably does. I'll sort it out. But, that's where we're up to at the minute. It's not finished yet. There's lots more weathering to do on it yet, and I can see a bit where the easy line's gone a bit pingy. I need to sort that out. I can see it in the photograph now. So that's what I've been doing for the last week or so. Lots of funny, good stuff. So I'll just stop sharing that.
It's looking good.
Yeah, so that next episode should be up, I think, Thursday or Friday this week. It should be up on the eModels channel.
Chris, have you been up to anything while I've been away?
I'll lock it on me so I can talk and things. Not very much. I've again been doing a bit of the Warhammer. That was all Fox's fault. I've been doing some paint chipping and things on that, which isn't very clear on the camera here, but there you go. I've been doing some of my tiny mouse things, which I showed this either last week or the week before. I remember. I've painted them now, and I've painted the tracks, which do need heavily weathering and coating and things. But that's pretty much them built once I've glued them two bits together. And that's pretty much all I've been doing now. I started on a diorama over the back there for my two tugs, which is going to be a long ongoing project. And I've been doing the Terminator build. I had a couple of issues of that turn up, and I started building them. So yeah, some stuff I have been doing.
Yeah, and as for me, well, I have been on the submarine again. I did a bit on the submarine this week because last week I was putting a bathroom in. So I've got the toilet in, the sink in, and the bath, and done the tiling as well, and then repaired all the leaks that I didn't discover in the first place. So I've got all those fixed. Yeah, but I've got a big box of weathering products and been going a little bit on the submarine. I haven't had a chance to film it yet. It's just a matter of setting it all up when I'm at the right stage. Finish the filming, and then we can get it all done and get it posted. So,
is the bath big enough to get the sub in?
No, the bath isn't big enough to get the sub in. It's a huge bath, but it's just not big enough to get the sub in because of that slope on the back. You know, where you recline, where one reclines.
When you said about repairs, Ted, was that a clever way of saying you put the bath set in and then you had to do all the repairs after you put the bath set in?
Well, I put the bath in, and it's one of these where the taps are mounted on the side of the bath. Connected it all up, everything was fine. Put the bath in, seal it all in. I got everything ready to sort of have a bath. Put the water on and realised there was a leak. So I tightened everything back up again, and then I found that it wasn't the joints that were leaking that I'd made. It was actually the tap itself. There was a hole in the tap body, so I had to take it all apart, back down the builder's merchant, have it replaced. So
I thought you were going to say you'd filled up the bath and went away to do something, came back and the bath was empty, and I thought, I'm sure I filled this up. Filled it up again.
Yeah.
Let me check on the kitchen ceiling.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there is a little leak under the bath which I haven't just got around to fixing yet, but it's only a little weep that I've got to fix just on the waist, so I'll get around to that. Yeah. But yeah, it's been fun, and tiling and swearing and everything like that, and wishing I was just building the submarine instead, which is a lot easier.
I think whenever you mention a step in DIY, like you say tiling or something, I think the swearing bit is kind of taken as read.
Yeah,
you have to mention that separately.
Yeah, that's it. So I just wish I'd got a little man in to do it. That was all. It would be far easier. There's the bathroom. There's the bath. Put bath in bathroom, and I'll leave you to it, mate.
But it's like we said the other week when you said you were going to be doing it. Is you're supposed to make a mess of it so that next time you can say to Mrs. Ted, you don't want me to do that.
Yeah, look what happened last time.
Yeah, you don't want me doing that. No. Get a little man from the village.
Yeah, it's when you're at work and you get a text through to your phone, and the wife has a picture of herself stood in front of all these boxes that I've bought. Well, at least you give me a fair warning and didn't wait till I got home after a hard day at work and say, "What I've bought, go fit it."
Paul at Team and Ep says Chris is a little man. He could have asked him.
Yeah, but my hourly rate is much too expensive. You wouldn't be able to afford me.
And you may be little, but you're not a wee little fella. So
no, not that. No.
Yeah.
I noticed Osric says that we're clashing with Game of Thrones tonight, so we may have fewer viewers.
Is that where everybody else?
Well, it was on like 2:00 this morning when it was actually live in America. They like simulcast it, but I think now it's on normal time telly. So
yeah,
I we make to be here.
I know there's been one or two posts on Facebook that actually say this, but I can actually say, in all honesty, I have never seen a program. I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. Never.
I don't know if it'd be your sort of thing, really, Ted. So I'm not sure. I'm not going to say you must go and watch it now. I think you probably don't have to watch it. You'll be all right.
After the comment there by Team Inept, I might watch it.
Yes.
Did he say what's in it? Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah. Family friendly, guys. Family friendly.
I might watch it on catch up. Can you binge watch it?
Oh God, yeah.
I know somebody that binge watched it because the new season was coming out. They watched like the first 7 seasons over the last week.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I'm going to have to go and rewatch Series 7 just from what the hell happened, because the recap at the start gives you a little bit, but not enough. I've not.
Yeah, I watched the first season when it came out and thought, this seems very familiar. Am I sure this is a new series? And realised that I'd actually read half the books. No. And then watched the series without realising it was the same thing. So I sort of knew what was going on for a bit. And then I watched about half of season 2. And then I think there was like the mid-season break or whatever. And I just got distracted and went away and haven't gone back to it yet.
So you do realise we've just given perfect proof that we are both lovely and stupid.
Yeah.
We're lovely because we've told people the sacrifice we've made in being here tonight, and we're not watching Game of Thrones. We're stupid because we've just told everybody that the Game of Thrones is on the other channel.
Yeah, but it will still be there later. Don't worry. It's
you can watch anything. You can watch either Game of Thrones or us on catch up. So yeah, either way win.
You can watch us live and watch Game of Thrones on catch up.
Someone was asking if I'm going to be juggling live tonight, and no is the easy answer to that. I did try, but I can't juggle while I'm sitting down. I can juggle a little bit while I'm standing up, but not while I'm sitting down at all. It doesn't work. So.
Well, then we wouldn't see then, because we'd just see.
Exactly. I'll do it over there, but no.
And tonight on eModels Live, eModels Got Talent.
There you go. It's easy. It's great.
Wait, are you juggling or milking a cow or what? I don't really know.
No.
It's a yes from me, Chris.
Yay! Foxx would press the buzzer, wouldn't he? Foxx would put the big X. Yeah.
You wouldn't go home with a blank checkbook and pen if I was in charge. Put it that way.
Philip Prime says, "Don't mention flooded bathrooms. Had to rescue my son and his new wife last Thursday from the very same thing. Came flooding through the kitchen ceiling and out of the light fixture. Yeah, water and electricity are not the best of things to mix together."
Yeah, that's the advantage of having a ground floor bathroom with a concrete floor. When it floods, you just mop it up.
Yeah. Mark Dale says, "I can't buy the third item on a Monday if I watch the catch-up." Good point, Mark. Good point.
Yeah, I don't know what's in store this week, because you're
still not allowed to guess.
It may have been my turn. Just fair warning to everybody, it may have been my turn tonight.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed last week's what's in store. Anyway, I did send it along just in my absence, just so.
You did get some complaints.
Complaints? Who's complaining? I'll go see them.
It's Mark Dale actually was complaining mainly because his wife was going to beat him to death with something.
Oh yeah, because the
third item might have been the Dora.
Yeah, you might have kind of thrown him under the bus with that one.
I guess Dora was number 3, was it?
Yeah, he didn't buy it though.
Yeah. Well, it's still in stock. It's still in stock. There's still time left to go and buy it now.
See, Mark says, "Got to buy the third item now to make up for not going for the Dora."
Yeah, well, it's Fox's week this week, so you'll be fine. It's not like me going to do something nasty to you.
Yeah.
So, what's everybody else been doing anyway this week? And let us know in the chat what you've been doing. And also, don't forget what's on the bench and what's in your belly.
Yeah, bench and belly, folks.
Bench and belly.
Depending on where you are in the big wide world, what are you going to have for your tea? What did you have for your tea? Or what are you eating right now? And remember, if you're having a pizza, you can't just say pizza. Yeah, we want to know all the details. If you're having a curry, we want to know all the ingredients. We want to know what kind of. You can't just say it's a casserole. We need to know what the details.
Yeah, I did spot somebody in before from New Zealand, so it could be what's on your bench and what's for breakfast.
Yeah. Or what's for supper if you're on the other side.
No, supper's not bench. What's on the bench and what's for supper? That doesn't work.
No, it still works as your belly, though, doesn't it?
Bench and breakfast.
That works everywhere.
Bench and bedtime snack.
Yeah.
Too many words.
Is it milk and cookies?
Milk and cookies, yeah, that's it. Richtig.
Right, we have some answers to the question. David writes, got mushroom soup. I'm assuming that's the belly one rather than the bench, because otherwise it's messy. Phil East says Luke Skywalker and crisp sandwiches. Well, again, we need more information than that. What sandwiches and what crisps?
Well, I'm going to guess bread sandwiches.
Yeah, but it might not just going to be bread, is it? It's going to be something in the sandwich.
It's true.
You need to know the ingredients of the sandwich and the flavour of the crisps and perhaps the make of the crisps as well. It's always important.
If it's Seabrooks, banned.
I don't even know who they are.
Good. You don't want to know who Seabrooks are.
Are they some northern brand?
They're just
It's the only brand.
They're not. I wrote many years ago. I had to write to them because they didn't know how to use apostrophes correctly and quotation marks. They made me angry, and I had to write to them. And I've told the story before.
Did they reply?
No, but not long afterwards, they stopped using all quotation marks incorrectly on their packaging.
So you're taking the credit for that, yeah?
Yeah, I shouted out for the little people and said, "We won't stand for this."
Robert Aiken said breakfast was fresh baked bread.
Nice.
Yeah. When I go to work, I'm the first in at work now, and I open up. I'm closely followed by the chef. And in the place where I work, the chef bakes all the bread in the morning before the customers come in, so it smells beautiful.
That's why Ted's the first in every morning.
Yeah, and obviously the best friend to everybody is the chef. So I walk past, smelling very nice. When I've done the jobs, come back, it's usually a nice crusty bit of bread, nice warm with some melted butter on the top. Gorgeous.
Yeah, the first person to make friends with is the chef.
Make friends with the chef.
Yep.
Yeah, chef and security guards. That's the two. Yeah. Carl Bloomer's having strawberry cheesecake.
Sorry, I talked over you then. Say again, matey.
Carl Bloomer, strawberry cheesecake.
Ooh, yes.
So, yeah, it's sliced strawberries or the solid full strawberry.
I don't know. Simon Payne says beef and pea omelette. I don't like omelettes, but beef and pea omelette and chips and a 1/35 Vosper.
Chancer B says bench a model Alexiev 1211. Is that a 1211?
Hang on, have you jumped?
I don't know where you are.
I don't know where you are, Ted. Where have you gone?
All right. Maybe I've
It's in the future.
Did it with sweet potato wedges and Lincolnshire sausages. That's all right.
Oh, I scrolled now. I've lost.
All right, I've still got Sergeant Bones saying he had a bacon sandwich with bacon, an extra bacon, and a side of bacon with one thin tomato slice.
But he doesn't mention maple syrup. That's a fail. Anders Eriksson says bench, small diorama with a house ruin and a rusty Opel Blitz. He puts in quotes in a 172. Belly is diet day as usual on Mondays, but then he doesn't say what the food is unless
he's diet day. He's not eating anything. I think he does a fasting day. Tiger Tank 2 has bourbon-soaked teriyaki beef jerky and coffee.
Oh, I need all of that. I don't care what's on his bench because he hasn't said, but I don't care now. I just want to bury it.
The first thing that leaped into my head was bourbon biscuits. I'm sorry, I didn't think.
It's like brown gin, Ted.
Yeah, that'll do. I'll do. Yeah.
Gin and tea.
Oh yeah, G&T. Ashley Sparrowhawk says I had cauliflower cheese and just had some coffee cake, homemade. Ooh.
Sergeant Bone says I have too much on the bench.
Yes. Robert Aiken clarifies the bread was full multigrain and there was fresh brewed coffee.
Oh yeah, healthy eating. Yeah.
Philly says Walker's smoky bacon and cheese. Smoky bacon and cheese in bread buns. Ooh, yeah. I've never heard of smoky bacon and cheese, but I need to eat them.
I want them now.
Dave Cardboard says there's only one flavour of crisps, cheese and onion. Correct.
I don't know, smoky bacon and cheese.
Yeah, they sound quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoky bacon crisps, though, they just constantly repeat on you. You can taste them for days afterwards.
And this is a bad thing?
I don't get what's in the problem there.
Yeah.
It's not like the only thing that you don't want to burp and repeat is cucumber. You could eat the strongest curry in the world, and if there's a slice of cucumber in there, every time you burp, all you'll taste is cucumber. What is it? It's just water. Why does the taste pervade? I don't understand. Lewis Williamson says a Revell 132 Mosquito, but I don't know what's on his bench because he hasn't said.
No.
Revell 132 Mosquito is going to take most of the bench up, so there's not going to be a lot of room on there for food.
Mark Dial says no food as always, and one of my flight sim PCs on the bench in bits as a catastrophic failure of something, diagnosing which burned bits now.
Look for the bit with the burned spider.
Yeah, with the bit with the smoke coming out of it. That'd be.
At least it was a flight sim. not the real thing. So yeah. When you're in the real thing and have a catastrophic failure, it's usually pretty grim.
I often have a catastrophic failure, but that's after a curry. So, Paul Di Tommaso, I'm confused. He says bench nothing, belly English muffin pepperoni pizzas.
English muffin pepperoni pizzas.
Is that two different things?
I don't know what that means. I know what all the words mean individually, but put into a single noun.
Yeah, that's got to be English muffins and pepperoni pizzas.
But that doesn't make any sense either, because why would you have... What is an English muffin?
It's a muffin.
I don't know what muffin is. I'm a northern.
We just call them muffins
Is it
because
a
we're
bar-
already English.
Is it a bread roll?
A bit like a bread roll, yes.
Okay. Because to me, a muffin is a little cake with
Not
blue...
the cake thing, no. It's
okay.
You know, McDonald's do the muffin sandwich things, muffin and bacon things. It's like that.
Just bap.
It's like the sort of thin bap type.
Although
thing.
McDonald's is more like a bagel, but no.
No, bagel's got a hole in it.
You're a hole in it.
Right, now we caught up with where Ted was. Saying about Lincolnshire sausages.
I'm waiting for somebody else to read some.
I was just seeing where I've scrolled it too far now. Oh, right. That I think we did that one. I think we did that one.
West is the next one, I think.
I don't know.
That one. Ted did that one. It's Mark 3
I remember hearing that one.
Mark 3 BS, I think, was the next one.
Was it? Right. Made and fitted 16 pairs of lap belts for 1/72 scale Sea King sausage, egg, beans, and potato waffles.
Never heard of that particular helicopter. I was a pilot for 25 years. I've never flown a Sea King sausage, egg, beans, and potato waffles.
I don't like the idea of 1/72 sausage, egg, bean, and potato waffles.
Yeah, I prefer one-to-one.
I prefer them to be bigger than that. Yeah. But,
yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to like a big frap like that, there are no restraints. No seatbelts.
And Tiger Tank 2 says nothing on the bench at work at the moment, unless you count a 1-to-1 scale UH-60L helicopters as acceptable. So you obviously work with helicopters. So yes, nothing wrong with that.
No, I hope the bit on your bench isn't the bit that's missing, the bit they're looking for. We can't take off. We've lost the big sticky thing.
There it
is. Robert Aiken says, my partner had breakfast in bed. That's a good place to have breakfast. Jason Hemming says, what's the best transmitter for remote control cars, but not too expensive? Oh, that's not his breakfast and belly.
Yeah, I've just had a look at some of them.
I fell into that one.
Yeah.
What's the best transmitter for remote control cars, but not too expensive? None of us three would have a clue.
Yeah, I've just had a look on the eModels website. I've just typed in transmitter onto the homepage, and it comes up with one or two. It depends how you want to control it, whether you want to control it with a steering wheel type thing, or you want to control it with the two sticks. There is one that pops up straight away, which is the eTronics Pulse E2 Sport 2-channel. You're only going to need 2 channels for your RC car, and that comes in at a good price of 30 quid. What I would suggest is contact eModels, drop them a line with the contact address on their webpage, and ask the guys. I think it's Pete you want to deal with. He's into the radio control stuff, and he'll advise you.
A lot of people don't realise that eModels are big RC stockists. So if you have any questions, just give them a shout.
Yeah.
Also, when I said none of us would have a clue, I obviously didn't mean Ted, because clearly Ted knows.
Because he was reading ahead and doing research and stuff.
Yeah, there's it looks to be quite a good one there. You're only going to need 2 channels, so you're not going to need all the whistles and bells that the Graupner and the handsets will give you. So have a look at them. Just just go onto eModels and type in transmitter in the search engine, and it'll throw some up for you. Have a look.
Yeah. But if you ever need to get hold of them, you can use the contact form on their website, send them an email, or you can give them a call. Giving them a call is always good, but we always say if you need to give them a call, try not to do it on a Monday, because Monday's always a super busy day, because they catch up on the weekend. But they're always happy to help you out. If you're local, of course, you can pop in, because it's a working warehouse. So you can pop in and have a chat over the counter if you're up Stoke Way. Speedy Crate has a question. I can answer this instantly, very quickly. He says, question, why can you never have a dogastrophic failure? That's because dogs don't fail. Dogs are awesome and don't do anything wrong. Everything's deliberate. And if it goes wrong, then it's just awesome anyway. Whereas if a cat does something wrong, it's never a little bit of an error. It's a catastrophic failure because cats never fail in their mind, but they do in reality.
Yeah, I just noticed on there as I came back to chat, Lord Bartley III comes up with a great idea: cheese and onion crisps put in a bowl of tomato soup with grated cheese.
Ooh, yeah,
Sounds like an idea.
As long as it's fine tomato soup.
We have some clarification from Anders Ericsson, who says, in fact, he's not a diet day is not no food whatsoever. Diet day is, it meant kebab, salad for lunch, and the fruit and a diet drink this evening. Kebab is not a diet food. I like this diet.
We have some more clarification as well. Carl Bloomer says whole strawberries.
Ooh, nice.
Strawberry cheesecakey thing earlier, wasn't it?
Yes.
Sergeant Bones tries to recover from not putting maple syrup on his bacon by saying it's maple smoked bacon. It's maple syrup on it. That's only half the maple content of your daily content that you need there. I'll tell you, you know what I did the other day? I was making a pizza. I had a pizza. It was the pizza base, and there was tomato, and there was mozzarella, big circles of mozzarella, and that was it. It was a kind of simple pizza. And I sprinkled on some, chopped up spring onions, and I got some frankfurters and chopped them up and cooked them and put them on. And then I got a load of maple syrup, and I put it on, and I put it in the oven. If you've never tried it, pour some maple syrup on your pizza and put it in the oven. Oh, it's a taste sensation. Very nice.
Not sure about that. Dave Cardboard says spam, egg chip, spam, beans, and Airfix B17.
Now, that wasn't quite the right voice for that, was it, Chris?
Spam, egg chip, spam, beans, and Airfix B17. And that was too loud.
That was the same voice, just a little bit faster.
That was very strange. There was echoing there.
Was it echoing?
And spam, says Sergeant Bones.
Spam.
Spam. Egg chips, spam, beans, Airfix B17.
Paul at Team Inept's doing a 187 scale fishing boat. I'm going to guess Ravel, given the scale, and a bowl of random leftovers. George Taylor says, we don't do tea in the US. I just had honey baked ham on Hawaiian rolls. Nothing better. Sounds good. David Wright says his favorite sandwich is a Brussels sprout and pepper. I like the sound of that. Jamie Bone says bench 148 Abrams. Nice. And a ham and jam sandwich. Ooh, ham and jam. Jam and ham and jam. Osric says his bench is infested with Space Marines.
Space Marine.
And Philly says bacon crisps with grated cheese in a bread bun. I wish those crisps existed. What bacon crisps? You can get bacon flavour crisps.
Yeah, what were those crisps that were like rashers of bacon?
Not. Yeah.
Twizzles.
Swizzle, sizzle, fizzle, fizzle.
Frazzles or something.
Frazzles, that's it.
Frazzles. Not to be confused with Fraggles. They're different.
But now I've got that theme tune in my head. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
It's 7, but
takes us back to the crisps that always repeat on you. They were the ones. They were horrendous for that.
Mighty P117 has bench 124th Subaru belly blended pasta bake. Oh no, 124th Subaru belly blended pasta bake.
Is that the new kit from Tamiya?
Oh, I thought it was Subaru belly. That'd be.
I think they're deliberately leaving out commas and punctuation just to trip us up before we draw all of them. 124 Subaru belly blended. What? Wait, what?
It's another way that text can get you into trouble in it, because you just miss out the comma and it reads totally different.
Now for the next question, what is the largest state in America? Texas. Oh,
Dallas.
Stefan Lass says double toast with ham, cheese, and a couple of peanuts. What, just 2? Try it, you'll love it. We'll throw in 1 or 2 with just Marmite too, because Marmite. And Sergeant Bones says he only gets burpage at the in-laws, and she cuts it off. He doesn't. And it just scrolled, and I lost everything.
Yeah, you've done strange.
Simon Payne asks a question. For anyone, lol. Has anyone used sound movement as well as lights in dioramas with these Arduino boards?
What's an Arduino board?
Obviously not Ted.
I know what they are. I haven't used one, but I can understand they can be quite interesting.
Yes, I know what they are. I'm allergic to elastic trickery, so I haven't got a clue. Somebody in chat did suggest...
Sergeant Bones is Festa at Colin at Festa 67's workshop. Knows about Arduinos.
Yeah, he's one of our mods. He's not in tonight. Get better soon, Colin. He's not
I was actually saving that question to hopefully that one of you two would pick it up, because I couldn't even Arduino
Oh, we
box.
said before, we know how to pronounce
Yeah,
it.
Arduino. That's
Yes, they are supposed to be really, really cool. I don't understand any of it, but I know they are fairly straightforward to program and work with. So yes,
there's something about not being tested on animals, but I'm not sure what that was in relation to. But Felice says, not tested on animals. What if I spill it on a dog? Again, I'm not sure what we're talking about. Some things would be okay, but some things are not so good.
Yeah. Osric says, cats don't make mistakes. They're just testing the humans.
Mm-hmm.
I always say that if you get a dog will love you no matter who you are. Dogs love everybody. A cat doesn't care about you. A cat only lives in your house because you've got food in the cupboard. It's the reason the cat stays in your house.
Yep.
We used to have a cat, and it would have its dinner here, and then it would just bugger off and go to the house 3 doors down and get fed there as well.
Ours does exactly that. We feed it. It eats its food, sits in front of the fire, cleans itself, and then meows at the back door wanting to go out. Well, let it go out. Then it comes back licking its lips and does the same routine, cleans itself in front of the fire. So
you want to get one of them cameras and attach it to the collar so you can see where it goes and see what it does.
Although, don't forget that I think half of it in your case is it's terrified of model making chicken, so it just legs it at the first chance it gets anyway.
It does. Yeah, I found that model making chicken, who's now addicted to cat food, it actually hides at the side of the door, so the side of the back door. So when you open the back door, in between your legs, it's in like an engine,
like a little chicken torpedo.
And it runs through the kitchen to the cat food, starts pecking it.
That's why the cat goes next door, but want to eat then because it doesn't get any food to start with.
Chicken there, yeah. Timber says salt and vinegar Walkers plus Galaxy chocolate is a great combo.
Michael Jackman asks, is there a show next week or am I going to the pub? It's bank holiday. We have a day off.
Oh, yes. Yes, forgot. Bank holiday next week.
There's lots of bank holidays coming up as well, isn't there?
Yeah, so just so you know, for those of you outside the UK, it's a bank holiday next Monday. We won't be here. We'll all be in the pub. So not all at the same time, because that'd be a really expensive pub trip.
Yeah, we're all going to Foxx because he's buying.
I've got 6 bottles of beer in the fridge. You can have them, and I'll just
probably it cost me more than the round to get there and back. Because
we'll come to yours and you can buy.
You can come to mine. Yeah, it's fine.
My car wouldn't survive the journey to Chris's. It barely survives the journey to the shops.
Pick you up on the way down, Foxx. We're off to Chris's. We can watch it. Do you get the airplanes going straight over your house?
Not straight over, but you can quite often see them. Yeah, you can see planes. You can go and sit on the roundabout and watch them if you like. It's fine. Yeah.
Going back to cats, Osric says dogs have masters, cats have staff.
Yeah. Mark 3BS was saying about Frazzles. He's saying Fraggle is the name of our dog.
Yeah.
Hello, Fraggle. Are you Fraggle?
Fraggle is in. Kenneth, hey Kenneth. He says dogs are the best and tracks too. Yeah, dogs are awesome. I'm a dog man, not a cat. I like cats, but I'm more of a dog person, I think.
Yeah, I can not be doing with cats.
Let's have a look. There's a question. There's a serious question. Gary Jessup. I think we've answered this before, but it's always fun to talk about. Gary Jessup. Here's one for the team to talk about. He says, "Do you think 3D printing threatens real kits?" And in chat, have a discussion about it as well in chat. But we'll go around and see what do you think about 3D printing.
At the moment, I don't think it does. It might do in the future. I think we discussed the only problem that you could have when buying a kit electronically would be getting the decals for it. It's like, does CDs affect the filming industry or things like that? I think it's got its place for add-ons and extras, but the plastic in boxes, I don't think particularly threatened. No.
Yeah. I mean, I've said before that I think it would threaten it if it was anywhere near the quality that a plastic kit would be, but it's not, and it's going to be a long time before it is. You have to spend a lot of money to get a machine that prints on the quality of a model kit. People that like printing these things out, 3D prints are good, but I mean, I can't be bothered cleaning these things up, so I'd rather just buy a kit. So right now, it's not a threat, but
I think the quality and the speed needs to be made better, because I don't think you want to wait a fortnight for a kit to print out.
No, I mean,
as a user of 3D printing, it's not a threat by a long stretch. As you've been saying, the quality and the time are just against it. And even when they're fast and quick and cheap, it's still not going to be the same as going and buying a thing. I mean, you can download books and put them on, you know, Kindle things, but there's still bookshops, and it's not really the same.
Yeah. And the thing is, at the end of the day, don't forget, of course, you know, 3D printing right now it's still a fun pastime, and there's a lot of fun to be had. But I don't think model companies are taking it too seriously. When it does become of that kind of when somebody can go to the, you know, the local Currys or whatever and buy a 3D printer for 200 quid that does, you know, Trumpeter quality, Games Workshop quality, or Bandai quality plastic printing, what you'll probably find is that these companies will still make model kits, but they'll also then offer downloadable versions that don't come with things like photo etch parts and decals, and they'll be cheaper. So I think what you find is model manufacturers will just embrace it. As soon as human machinery is as good as the stuff they use, they have no choice but to offer, say, the digital version, but it would be, you know, cheaper because you've got to print it yourself, and there wouldn't be things like decals and photo etch, you have to buy them separately. So I don't think it'll kill the whole process. I think when it gets good enough, they'll just expand into it. It's
a useful tool to supplement and help out with, but it's not going to replace.
Yeah, I think on the other side of that, as printing develops, so will the backstreet. So, well, not the backstreet, but the post product sort of photo etch and extras and things like that. There'll be little companies building up in the background that you can go to buy to add to your 3D printing.
Don't forget, of course, the other I think the other sort of beautiful thing about the whole 3D printing thing, when it does get to consumer, gets to the same level as pro, so you get like prosumer printing. Not only are the big companies going to start releasing software versions of their models as well as the kits, if you like, it's no different to game publishers, video game publishers releasing a game on disc or on digital. Somebody will buy the disc version because they like the tangible disc, and they like the box, and they like the case, and they like the instruction book if you get one, and the bits and bobs. But there's a case to be had for digital downloads, and publishers are embracing both because they'd be stupid not to. There'll always be somebody that still wants to buy the physical model kit because there'll be somebody who wants a stash of kits to build in the future. And the beauty of it is that once it does get to that level, you'll start seeing, in the same way that, you know, you get now garage kits that make little resin kits of like runs of 50 of their like whatever, you know, obscure spaceship from a sci-fi series from 30 years ago that nobody's got the license to make, so but you can buy it as a garage kit. There'll be a lot more people who can sit there and design things on the computer, but that can't make models, but they can design a model of whatever you need it to be. And all these little companies will start sprouting up that sell models of stuff. There'll be so much more choice when you can download them. So I welcome it.
I just need to grab a quick screenshot because Anders says he totally agrees with me, and it's nice to have that in writing.
Well, actually, just on that topic, Kenneth did ask a question.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, Kenneth says, Chris looks old with his grey beard, but Ted looks distinguished with grey hair, and Dad looks angelic with his silver hair. Why? Why does Chris look so old?
I've had a hard life.
It was a big paper round, wasn't it, Chris?
I noticed that he doesn't mention Foxx at all.
That's because I'm just awesome. I'm just pretty. I'm the pretty end of the stick, I guess. I don't know.
He does say a little bit later on that he's enjoying my Terminator build, though. So
yes,
yeah, thank you, Kenneth.
Just in case anybody's worried, Kenneth and Chris, we're all good mates, so it's all just a jest. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, when machines do get that good, right now the quality's good, but it's not there. You know, if I want to, right now, I might buy a figure off Hero Forge or something like that because it's industrial quality print, but I don't have £5,000 to £10,000 to £15,000 to spend on an industrial 3D printing machine to get that quality. But when it gets to, you can buy it and have it on your desktop and it prints Games Workshop quality or Bandai quality plastic, it's going to get fun. It's going to get interesting. And I think even if physical kits fade out, I don't think they ever would. But even if they did, it doesn't matter. You just download it and print it, and then you've still got a model kit. So
there will be a market for mix and matching. Like you could customize your own figure from Games Workshop, for instance. You customize your own figure, then download the software and upload it to your printer, and you printed a one-off figure.
And think about the other thing as well, which is I've just realized now, is all the companies now that make model kit, if physical tangible model kits were to just die and everybody was doing 3D printing, you've basically just, those companies are now going to make 1 billion% more profit because they can suddenly not have to pay for manufacturing or anything like that. They just have to do the CAD design and the marketing, and then everything else is down to the consumer. So imagine you're in a model making company and you make models and you make I don't know, £500 million a year, but you spend £400 million a year on R&D and creation and molding and printing. And
well, we saw in that program. In that program the other week, didn't we? With Airfix, like they'd spend £20,000 on a mold for one model. So yeah, they won't have to do that anymore.
So imagine if it becomes a thing. Suddenly, all these model manufacturers have a lot more money to play with because they don't have to spend money on production and manufacturing. You're going to see them churning out a lot more stuff. So I don't think it'll be a bad thing. I just think it'll take a long time.
It can be quite useful for if, for instance, while you were building a kit, you happen to break a bit, you could just print that bit out.
Yeah. I think it would lead to companies producing more kits more regularly, like companies like Airfix, who right now are in a really bad position because they've got no resources to make lots of kits. They're on the back foot. If you suddenly said to them, you can do the more digital download, they'd be like, right, we can do 40 kits a year. Bang, there you go. It might take the CAD department a month to come up with a new design and prototype it and test it, and then done. So you get, companies would no longer have the pressure of physical manufacturing, and that will make things a lot better. So I look forward to it. I just think it'll be a long time.
Yeah. There's lots of ways and things that they'd have to do. Like they'd have to make sure that you could only download one model from one download first, or license it for some. I don't know.
Yeah, like buy it and you can download it as often as you want. I think they probably do the licensing one. You buy the kit and you download it as often as you want. But you'd have to print it off on a printer. I don't know how it would, but it'd be linked to one computer or something, I guess.
For some reason, chat seems to have gone on a pick on Chris Week.
Yay!
So I'm going to ignore most of it. I do notice that we've got Michael Jackman has been working out our days off. He says, so it's no show, no show for the next few weeks.
Wait, that sounds like Doom.
I mean, no show next week, then there's a show, then there's no show, then there's 2 shows, then there's no show.
Have we got a lot of... This is where I get confused, because like ever since I left school 30 years ago, at the moment I left school, I forgot when all the bank holidays are. Not having kids, of course, I don't need to know, so I instantly forgot. Have we got like a whole batch of...
Next week we've got Easter.
Yes, so that's Monday.
And then we've got May Day. And then we've got the one that comes at the end of May. That's like the early spring or late spring bank holiday or something. I don't know what it's called.
Have we got Good Friday as well, or is that later on?
Good Friday's on a Friday, though, so it doesn't affect us on a Monday show.
No, I'm just thinking in terms of bank holidays anyway.
Yeah, that's this week. This week is Good Friday.
Oh, we're carrying them forward, though, so we could have 2 weeks off.
Yeah. Jamie Byrne has a question. He says, question, what's the best way to paint rope on a 1/10 scale British paratrooper bust?
Brown rope colour.
I've painted rope before, and I tend to use a sandy colour, like any kind of very light khaki, sandy, yellowy colour, and then a wash of some sort of brown to put some shadowing on it, and then maybe go over with a slightly lighter shadowy colour on as a dry brush, just to bring back the highlights.
How good the mould is, whether or not there's any detail in the rope itself. You could, as Foxx says, you could wash it, just to pick out the sort of twist in the rope and things like that.
I mean, something like, if you're using, say, Tamir paints, you could do like khaki, then a brown wash of some sort, and then like desert tan. As long as you've got like a light tan colour and then a lighter tan colour. And I'd say base colour, a sandy colour, then a brown wash, and then a dry brush perhaps of the lighter colour, just to pick out the edges to make them contrast with the shaded recesses. Rope's not too hard. If it's got a nice texture, it's actually dead easy. It's only a couple of colours. Assuming it's rope coloured, not like, blue nylon rope or something like that, in which case, adjust your colours.
Yeah, blue.
Team Inept says, talking about Chris's beard. Team Inept says to Gemma, without the beard, he looks a bit like a sad potato. This isn't very fair to Chris.
No, I know. And Kenneth says, now he just looks sad with a beard.
Oh, dear.
What have you done to upset
It's not
everyone?
my fault. I didn't do it.
Team Inept does a reply to Jamie Bone and lists a whole load of wonderful paints that I can't discuss because we don't sell them. eModels don't sell them. But
Paul Dismasso does say challenge all three to shave off their moustaches and beards.
that's 8 months of moustache. It's not happening.
You have to speak to Mrs. Ted about
Yeah. What I mean, Mrs. Ted won't let you grow a beard. But what happens if the moustache was to removed?
that. No, that wouldn't happen either. I tried it once, but I never lived it down.
My dad used to have a proper 1970s like moustache that went like that and then down, proper Zapata moustache. And when we were little kids, he shaved it off one day, came in the living room, we all just burst into tears and started screaming. He grew it back and never shaved it off again after that.
Paul says,
got very old. We were all grown up and left home. So
Paul does say he likes my beard, to which my wife replies, I'll get him to shave it off and let you have it.
it puts the lotion in the basket. Just to clarify for people who in chat might not know, all the people that are ribbing Chris, we're all good mates. So it's all
Well, we used to be.
yeah.
But on that note, we should point out while Mrs. Chris is on, it's her birthday tomorrow. So it's a shout out to for Mrs. Williams.
That's a shout out from me as well. It's not from Ted. I emailed it to Ted to read it out.
No, we knew he's making that.
Have that. No, we can't have that.
No.
Gemma knows us well enough to know that we knew it was we didn't need reminding. Yeah. So happy birthday to Gemma.
George Taylor does say, don't forget my birthday is on Thursday. So happy birthday for Thursday, George.
Yeah, well, happy birthday. I said well done then. No, not well done. Happy birthday. Oh.
Yeah, congratulations on reaching
another year.
Yeah. Gemma Williams says, I hate the beard. And Dave Cardboard says, next week's prize, Chris's beard trimmings. Ooh. Dad says, happy birthday, Mrs. Gemma.
James Bone says he's going to try the colours if there's enough detail in the rope thing.
Yeah. If it's 1/10 scale, there should be a nice bit of texture in the rope, and just generally sandy colours. And if you've got the obviously the colours that Paul suggested, the Citadel colours that I can't recommend on this show, but even things like the Vallejo sepia tone wash, thin that down a little bit.
Anything rope colour, deck tan. It could be dark, anything from dark brown to light brown. Anything. Just Google rope.
All right.
Spid says all the people picking on Chris are people Chris used to talk to a short while ago.
Yeah. All the people picking on Chris are me and great friends with me and Ted.
Chris is now going through his phone, deleting all his friends.
Yeah. Mark Dale says so. It's now beard, belly, and bench updates. I don't know. Do
you think your beard shavings would be small enough to use as flock?
Static grass, static
I think
shave.
it's too big for 1/4 scale. I'd have to shave first and then shave again 2 days later or something. So.
Shave again, Dick Whittington.
Anyway, I think it's about time we went and had a look. What's in store? Is it?
Yeah. We're not type of what's in store in big capitals and chat yet.
Chatting go along.
Actually quite entertained, I think.
Go on.
This is how we know.
We'll leave the chat to talk amongst themselves. And
Well, this is how we know if we're boring the chat, because halfway through what we're talking about, somebody will put, what's in store? Actually decide to say, shut up and get on with it. Is that me then? That's me, isn't it?
it's you.
Yeah, and tonight, the What's in Store will be brought to you by Fox Wolf.
Yeah, by the letter.
I'll click on Fox so we can go quiet and sit in the background and watch it.
Now, don't forget, as always, there is the theme tonight. It's very, very easy. There is a theme tonight. So what we'll do, once I've shown you everything that's in store, we'll come back and I'll say, what's in store? Go. What's the theme? Go. And whoever gets the theme right first off will win the thing. We'll win a big fat... I'm talking rubbish. Wow. We'll win a big fat sticker. Now, keep in mind, of course, before we do that, there's always a lag between the video and the chat by this point. So before I go anywhere, refresh your browser and drag the slider. Refresh and drag. And don't forget, we go off the first person to get the answer right in the chat that we see, because we see the chat that YouTube has. You guys see the chat from your end, so you type an answer and it appears straight away. That's just on your computer. It has to get to YouTube. So just because you're first on your telly doesn't mean you're actually first. So we go off the actual YouTube list of
If you want to see how it works, wait till the video is finished, and then you can watch the chat back and you see how it works.
The chat we see is the actual chat that YouTube has. So off that. Anyway, is it locked on me, Tedward?
It's locked on you, Fox.
It's locked on me. I shall do a screen sharing.
He's not even doing the locking. How does he know?
Eh? I don't. Hang on. Wait. Why did I ask Ted? It's not. I asked the wrong person. Is it locked on me, Chris?
It is locked on you, Fox.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah, hang on a minute. How come I could lock it on Fox when Chris has the buttons?
Well, when you lock it on, it only locks it on for you. It doesn't lock it on for
everybody else in the world.
Oh, right.
You're pressing all the buttons.
Have you been pressing all the buttons like you've been in charge?
I've been pressing all the buttons.
You remember when you were a little kid and you used to sit in your dad's car and make driving noises?
I haven't got it locked on you now, but Chris has.
Good. Now I'm going to go through these quite quickly because, as you can see, there's quite a lot of tabs here, so this should be fairly easy. So, make sure you've refreshed your screen and drag the slider. Let's go through. First off, we have.
It's not Dancing for Langes, is it?
Dancing for Langes. I won't do that again. First off, we start with the Bandai 172nd X-Wing Starfighter. Yes, Star Wars Starfighter X-Wing goodness. It's a lovely little kit. They do them in different scales, but in stock at the minute is the 172nd. If you've never built a Bandai kit before, you're in for a treat. Bandai are just one of the best manufacturers. Now, the kits are snap fit, they're push fit. But if you've only ever built, say, something like Revell push fit kits before, which are frankly terrible, don't worry, forget them. Bandai are one of the market leaders. They're like just the best in the world at making push fit kits. You won't beat a Bandai push fit kit. They're lovely, accurate. These come with
the picture and it didn't work.
No, well done. These come with all the Star Wars kits come with water slides or stickers. Bandai are well known for doing lots of kits with stickers, but these come with water slides or stickers. You have a choice. I recommend you throw the stickers away, but keep the water slides because they're really good. Bandai are legendary for their engineering quality and their attention to detail. There's not many manufacturers make better kits than Bandai. I'll be really blatantly honest here. There's not a lot of manufacturers can come anywhere close, especially for push fit, but even just for the quality of their kits. So if you've never tried a Bandai kit and you love you some Star Wars, give it a go. They're really awesome little kits. They're great fun. They're not complicated or anything like that. And they're beautifully detailed. They're almost, some of these can be more detailed than the old 5 molds kits. And of course, the 5 molds kits aren't around anymore. And these are official licensed Star Wars model kits. So if you want decent quality Star Wars, you want the most accurate Star Wars kits you can get, Bandai's your one. And now, because of course these are distributed by Revell in Europe, you can get them in Europe. So you don't have to go to Japan to order these anymore. So we'll start off with that. The lovely X-Wing 172nd. Lovely. Next up we have.
Just like to point out before we go on that Paul has said the theme this week is things that Ted won't understand.
Yes, well done. You win a coconut. Yeah. Ted's actually got to sleep for this bit. Next up, we have the Bandai 172nd TIE Fighter. So if you're getting yourself an X-Wing, a swing, you should get yourself a Tiffiteur as well. Because again, they're awesome. These kits are beautiful. They're wonderfully made. You've got a bit of Death Star for your base there. They're beautifully made. Dead straightforward. They're push fit. They're a joy to build. The engineering on these is exquisite. You can't go wrong. You don't have to paint them. They are printed in color, but I do recommend you paint them anyway. But they are absolutely beautiful little kits, and you've even got little dudes to sit in there. So, yeah, if you want to try out some Bandai, I can't recommend Bandai kits enough. They really are just the best fun. Again, I'm going to go through these quickly. Third one on the list. There's an important point. Sorry, it's the perfect grey 172nd Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. We did have Mark Dale said, I just realised I said I'd buy 2 of item 3. If it's the Dora again, I'm in trouble. It's not the Dora.
No. Oh, I forgot to tell you, by the way, folks, there is also one red herring in this kit tonight. There's one red herring that might throw you. So, yes, the third one, it is what is now a legendary kit, the Bandai Perfect Grade 172nd Millennium Falcon. This is the most accurate model kit of the Millennium Falcon that you can get available, bar none. Absolutely. The only thing more accurate, perhaps, might be maybe the D'Agostini Studio Scale 1, but that's £900.
I'm not sure it's more accurate either.
Well, there's a few bits on that were not on that were missing from the studio model when I think this was done. Like there should be an armor plate in front of the blasters on the top, and that was missing, but they managed to realize it was there. So there's a few bits, but it might not be as accurate. I don't think. This is basically the most accurate kit. There is the old fine molds glue together kit, which is now released by Revell as the master, as the what they call it, the master something, the master kit. It's the old fine molds tooling. It's a glue kit, and it's quite accurate. It's not as accurate as this. This is again is a push fit kit. It's perfect grade. It includes lighting, and it includes lots of markings. I've got one of these to do for eModels. I will be doing the perfect grade Millennium Falcon in the coming months for eModels.
And with lighting.
Yeah, it has full lighting.
Yeah, but you can do the lighting.
And it's based on, unlike the fine molds, which was based on the Empire Strikes Back, this is based on the New Hope Falcon. So it's a little slightly different shape. It's flatter and squatter and a bit more squidgier and graceful than the Empire Strikes Back. And it's also only got 3 legs.
Oh, so there's a difference.
Yep, it's also only got 3 legs, not
Oh.
5 legs. So, but the detail is exquisite. It does include photo etch parts. Depending on the version you buy, some come with water slides and stickers, some could just come with stickers, but you can buy them separately, as far as I remember. But yeah, if you want the most accurate Millennium Falcon kit available on the market today, it's this. Treat yourself. It's stupidly expensive because it's a perfect grade. And I've got the box downstairs. It takes up the entire sofa. So when I do build this for you, it's going to be a fun series to do. So if you've been thinking about getting one, if you want a Falcon,
I think the way Mark Dale is going on, I think when you do your build, you can do it in memory of poor Mark Dale. I think he's about to get.
Yeah, he does say, I've got the Falcon, so now I may need to explain to Mrs. D why I need 3 of them. I was thinking the Dora was a cheaper option and less deadness. It was nice to meet you all.
Yeah, it was nice to know you, but tell you what, right now his best mate is the divorce lawyer, or rather, the divorce lawyer is his best mate.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's a very expensive kit, but it's a once in a lifetime kind of build because it's just awesome. I'm going to be really sad when I have to give this. I've built lots of Millennium Falcons, and I'm looking forward to doing this for eModels in the next few months. I can't wait, but I'm really sad I have to give it back. Next up, the Bandai 148 ATST. It's the Chicken Walker. You've seen Tony build one of these. Tony at Helgen 3.5. Great fun, lovely bits of detail. Absolutely brilliant fun. Nice interior, all detailed with the dudes in there and everything. A great fun, silly little kit. Not hard at all. If I remember rightly, do you actually get a Chewbacca as well in this? Do you can have them sticking out the top?
Right. So it's ATST, not
all-terrain scout, some transport, I think.
I thought it was always just pronounced at.
No, ATST.
Right.
Now the thing with these Star Wars kits that Bandai have done, you might not know, is they've gone into ridiculous lengths to get as detailed, as accurate as possible. They did a lot of work with the Lucasfilm archives, looking at the actual studio models and things like that to try and get as much accuracy in their kits, and they've striven to get that. And Bandai are known for getting things right. So again, these are going to be, if you've built, say, the old AMT Star Wars kits, or some of the Revell ones, or some of the old MPC ones, they're all uniformly terrible. These, you're going to love it. They're actually accurate, fun to build, nice kits. They are brilliant kits. The only thing you have to watch for with these kits is don't put thinners on them. But other than that, brilliant stuff. Next, it's the Snowspeeder, the Bandai 148 Snowspeeder. Smaller scale for this one, so you've got a bigger kit. If you built the Fine Molds one many years ago, it's the same size and scale. Again, just a bit more accurate, and again, fun push fit, no complicated gluing. You can build them if you want to as normal. You can customize them however you want, but you don't need to. These things fit together beautifully. You don't have to glue them at all. So what can you really say about the Snowspeeder? It's the Snowspeeder. It's wonderful stuff. You will have a great deal of fun. And like the old MPC kit, the pilots actually look human. So there you go. If anybody who's ever made the old MPC one, yeah, they're not real people. Next up, we have, it's the Bandai 1/144th Slave One. You'd like this one, Chris.
I have this one.
You have this one?
I haven't built it yet.
Have you not built it yet?
No,
Why not?
it's sitting there. I've got to practice my chipping before I get near this one, I think.
Yeah, probably best. So this is the wonderful little 144th Slave One, a fantastic ship. Everybody loves the Slave One. And it even comes with a little thing of Han frozen in gleaming carbonite on a clear base, so you can have him as if he's going up the cargo ramp. That's adorable. Most of these, by the way, come with either, I think these will come with the seated pilot figure in all these vehicles, but they come with a cutout for the standing figure, I think. I don't know, actually, with the new licensing deal, if it means they can have proper standing figures again. I don't know. Not sure on that. It has a sitting Jango Fett. Okay, who's put that on there? Sitting Jango Fat.
fat figure included. Yeah, sitting Django, fat figure included. Yeah.
Sitting Django, fat figure included. Yes. So there you go. But a lot of these, because they are push fit, by the way, it does mean that a lot of the things actually move. So this, for example, has the loading hatch open or close. You can rotate the cockpit. You can, where's it gone now? Movable wings. So all these vehicles that have moving parts like the X-Wings and stuff, they do have opening and closing hatches and things like that because they're push fit. You don't need to glue them. It's completely optional. So you should have some fun with that one. Next up, we have... Yeah, I've got to do it again. It's still in stock. It's the Dora 135th Dora railway gun. There's nothing I need to say about this one. It's the size of Monaco, and you need to buy it with all your money. We don't know how many they've got in stock. If you've been wanting to get one of these. Oh, by the way, Ted, you need to tell them about what's in getting your basket and stuff.
Yeah. Remember, it's not yours till you check it out.
Yes. That's not your phrase, Ted.
Slap it in your basket.
There you go. Yes, don't forget, of course, all these things, we don't know how many they've got in stock. If you fancy any of the things we're showing you tonight, don't leave it in your basket till the end of the show because it's not yours till you paid for it. So if you fancy anything we're showing you, get it in your basket, get it checked out while you're watching to make sure you have it, because until you pay for it, it's not yours. So we won't dwell on that one, apart from it being the world's largest plastic injection model kit. It's got 1 billion parts, even little tiny figures in it, just to give you an idea of the size. Look at the size of that little wee fella there.
I suppose there is a connection with this one. You can see it from space.
Yes, you could see this from space. Yes. You can see where you used to live with your ex-wife. But there you go. And two more. My voice is going. I do apologise.
You put too many items for what you saw. That's what's done it.
I know. It's the Bandai 1144 AT-AT or AT-AT. Correct pronunciation is apparently AT-AT. Everybody says AT-AT. But yes, this is the Bandai 1144 AT-AT. You don't need an explanation as to what this is. Colin over at Festa 67's workshop will be filming a build of this for eModels. It will be coming soon. But he won't be building it vanilla. He'll be doing something a bit special. And we won't say any more about that because that's for him to reveal in his videos. But he'll be starting work on that very soon. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming on the eModels channel. But what's not to like about the Imperial Puppy Dog? It's just, if you're going to make it, put a big cone of shame on it. That'd be brilliant. If I make one, I'll put a cone of shame on it because, of course, I will. So there you go. How can you not like that? I just need them to do a 1/35 or 1/48 scale one now, and my life will be complete.
It'd be huge.
That'd be great. 1/48. Can you imagine a 1/48 AT-AT?
It'd be the size of a puppy.
Yep, it would be a puppy size. It's got reproduction, legs and joints, clear pots for the windscreen, cockpit with seated pilots, and 2 decal options, stickers or decals. Not that they have a lot of markings, but you get
yeah, I think there's 3 decals in it. I think 2 of them you can see in that picture there. There's 1 line and the 2 lines.
It's one of those 3 black lines on the schnoz. Yep, there you go.
If it was 1/35, you could have it as a coffee tin.
Yeah, and I have to say, you know, the one thing about the AT-AT that I love the most is that on the Lego version, the blaster's on the side of the head. If you look at the Lego version, they used a spade. If you look at the blaster, I've got one in my cupboard down there. One of the bits for the guns on the side is a spade, just a Lego spade that looks perfectly like one of the blasters. It's great. I love the way the Lego did that. And then last of all, we have the Bandai 1/100 scale master grade Sinanju OVA anime color version. There's thrown you for a loop, hasn't it? Yes, there's 2 releases that Bandai did of the master grade 100 scale Sinanju, the Vercar and the OVA anime version. They do differ slightly in the OVA. If I get this I might get this the wrong way around, but one has a polystyrene inner frame, one has the standard ABS inner frame. I'm not sure which. I think this one has the polystyrene in a frame, which means it's more resistant to thinners and things like that. It's less delicate. The OVA version also has a more sturdy waist joint. The old version car version used to suffer a lot from the peg on the waist breaking. This one is a bit sturdier, so it doesn't suffer from that. It's a classic Gunpla kit. It's an absolutely legendary one. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing when it's built up and painted. It's one of those ones that it really looks best when it's not weathered and not dirty, but when it's shiny, and it's huge. So if you fancy yourself a Gunpla, it's a challenging kit, but it's really, really nice. Also comes with a bazooka that the Vercar doesn't. So yeah, so there you go. So you knew I was going to throw a Gunpla in there. So I shall stop sharing, and I shall come back, and I shall say, if you're all ready, what was the theme? Go.
Oh,
There's been some discussion while you were doing that. My wife was saying that the theme is boring things because it's all Star Wars and she doesn't like Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the winner is Skullfish, who says the theme is Bandai. And yes, the theme was Bandai. That's why I threw the Gunpla in at the end, so he didn't think it was Star Wars. Yes, the theme is Bandai. Not everybody knows that eModels sell Bandai kits. They sell Gunpla for a start, but also not everybody knows that Bandai Star Wars kits are now available in Europe. Revell have got the licensing deal, so Revell can distribute Bandai Star Wars kits in Europe, which means you don't need to buy the Revell ones at all. You can just buy the Bandai ones now. They're much better.
They are.
But it means now in Europe, in the UK, we can get them. And as eModels are a big Revell stockist, they'll keep these in stock nicely. They'll easily get them, no problem at all. So if you're looking for your Bandai Star Wars, you no longer have to go to Japan to get them and order them from the US or anything like that. You can get them in Europe. Jolly good. So well done, Skullfish. You've won yourself a big fat sticker. Just send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk with your name and address and say, please send me a big, massive sticker, Mr. E sticker, and we'll get one sent out to you.
But they are questioning your inclusion of the Dora, but you did say that there was a red herring in there.
Yep, I said there was a red herring.
Yeah.
We included the Dora because it's still there. You've not bought it yet.
Did I see something on the internet this week that there was another Star Wars episode now released or something?
Yep, there's a
Yeah, not yet.
related
Nearly.
Star Wars.
Episode 325 or something like that.
Yes. It looked quite good. I quite liked the trailer. It was quite good.
Mm.
But I thought I was going to just do Star Wars tonight because of the trailer. Then I thought I'll do it as Bandai because then I'll throw a Gunpla in there as well because, of course, I'm going to put a Gunpla in there. Be crazy not to. So well done, Skullfish.
Yeah, Carl's complaining the Dora is neither red or a fish.
Yeah, but you can see it in space.
Yeah. Speedy Creator says, to Ted at eModels, emodels.oo.uk. Yes, by the way, when we say the email address is not ted at emodels.co.uk, we do get people mailing that address. I don't know why. So, ted at emodels.co.uk.
Just the one, Ted.
Just the one Ted. There's only one Ted. There can never be more.
There is only one. There can be only one.
There can be only one.
Just the one eModels as well.
God, that was a bad film. That was a terrible film.
What?
Highlander.
Oh,
Terrible.
the first one, that was all right.
No, I never watched past the first one. The first one was bad.
No, the second one was bad.
But now I've got what's his face in my head going.
And the TV series was interesting.
Nah.
But yeah.
Sean Canary there going, hello, I'm a Spanish chap, as you can tell by my Russian accent. Hello.
Yes. That was the one for Red October.
Yes, where he played a Russian, not a Spaniard or a Scot.
Ah.
Hello, I'm Russian, as you can tell.
Sprueglu's come in, says, hello, sorry I'm late. Game of Thrones was on. Don't worry, I won't type any spoilers. Or will I?
Do not type any spoilers in the chat. Otherwise, everybody in chat will come to your house and beat you insensible and we'll ban you.
Yeah, but perhaps he's not on about spoilers from GOT. He's on about spoilers from here. He might not want any spoilers to give him the clue about what's in store.
Yes. We shouldn't have to remind people in chat not to post spoilers for Game of Thrones.
No, because it's going to be about 6 months till I get around to watching the current one. So if you can just not spoil it for a year or two, that'd be.
Yeah. Speedy Creator says Highlander was great, partly filmed at the Castle Down Road from me.
We've got Castle Down Road as well. Yeah,
I got a Castle Down Road. It's where the Queen lives.
Yeah, we've got a Roman castle. So ours is cooler than all of yours.
Matt Mr. D said he could buy 2 more plans. Go on, get it ordered before she changes her mind.
No, she says, oh no, actually on reflection, that may not have been the words she said.
Yeah, other words may have actually been said instead.
There were other words in there as well. You may something buy Falcons, but I don't know where that one was.
You can buy them, and then next week you can give her a shout out, and we'll give her a shout out, and all be forgiven.
Yeah.
Or you just tell her that you can buy one, but then paint it carefully and sell it for like 4 times the price.
Yeah.
She'll like that.
Yeah, you want to find someone on eBay and say, have you seen how much these are going for?
Yeah. And then what you do is you build it and paint it and just maybe think does that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always way. There's always means. There's way.
Yes. Jamie Bone said, doesn't matter to me. I don't watch it, Game of Thrones, as there were flesh tones. And Sprue says, many flesh tones, more flesh tones than Ted could comprehend.
Yeah, I think we've got Ted to go and catch up on.
Comprehend a lot of flesh tones.
Report back next week. Oh, we're not here next week, but yeah.
It's going to take you a couple of weeks to catch up with it, Ted.
Right, so tell you what, we'll have next week off so I can catch up with Game of Thrones and see what it's all about. Work, yeah, that could work, yeah. And I'll just say I'm doing when the wife catches me mid scene or something like that. I'll just doing research.
Yeah. Andrew Leary says, "What have I missed? Game of Thrones took me out for an hour. Not a lot. We did the What's in Store. Waffled for an hour.
Yeah,
it was food talk for most of that.
Food talk. People have been having a go at me tonight. So
yeah, I've been ragging on Chris.
Beer and belly and things like that. Yeah, you could always drag across and go right back to the start and start from the beginning and catch up later on.
Yes. Well, that's that. What's next then? Is it degree times and stuff?
Has anyone emailed us any questions we can ask for the giveaway? Because that'd be useful.
Yeah, look at
your email working, Ted.
Yeah, look at the eModels email bag. It looks like we do have a question.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got some questions. I've got.
Now we have 2 questions.
I've got.
I'll leave it to Ted, but I will say they're American themed. So get your Google Foo ready.
Unless you're American and happen to know it.
Yeah, it makes a choice to have something American themed, doesn't it? It's always UK based and So should we do some giveaways then? I wave some stickers about, but I haven't got any.
I can wave some around.
I have some. Look, there you go, waving stickers.
Yes. As always, we do 2 first, so you get a big sticker and a little sticker if you win. And also we got.
You can have them the right way up or the wrong way up, as Fox is holding it, as you like, whichever way you like.
I prefer the Australian version. This is in case Kenneth wins.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it could work out anyway. It could be delivered anyway. You could have an upside down one, or you could have a right way up one.
It might even be back to front.
Yeah, it depends on.
One thing it won't be is portrait mode, because in portrait mode banned. There you go. Landscape mode.
Can you write an envelope portrait mode?
No, because the postman brings it back and points at you and laughs and says and walks away.
Yeah, why are stamps always in the top right hand corner? Why can't I put them in the bottom left or something like that?
The reasons. Because it's correct.
Is it the official post office way?
I don't know. What are we doing? Are we doing stickers or mugs first?
Let's do some stickers first, because we're waving the stickers about.
Yeah, we're doing the exercise.
And that can eModels send 2 Falcons into small boxes? Maybe one a day for a bit might get away with that.
What? Send it in bits.
Yeah,
send it in like.
Right. There's one sprue.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So it's little boxes. Oh no, it's just me. Printer paper. There you go. It's just a box of air.
That says top right for the stamps is a legal requirement.
Yeah. Well, it is. I mean, nowadays it's because that's where the machine looks to look where the stamp is and stuff, and puts the thing mark. But before the automatedness, it was probably just.
Yeah. Dave Cardboard says because of the franking, and Sprugoo says because the Queen says so. Ted.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Oh well, next time I see Charles, I'll ask him.
Yes, I forgot about franking machines. Graham Presswood says franking machines.
When he takes over Throne, if we can put stamps in a different place.
Well, they have to be different stamps as well. They'd have to have his face on them.
Yeah, I'll have to change all the post boxes as well, won't we?
Oh yeah. CR. Hold on. Here's a question though. Here's a question. When it was Queen Victoria, we were Victorians. When it's Queen Elizabeth, we're Elizabethans. That means technically right now we're Elizabethans, which is really weird. Have a ruff and everything. When it was George, we're Georgians. What happens if Charles is king?
We'd be Charlies.
I know. What would we technically be called? What has the reign been called when it's a King Charles or a King James? What are people under a James called?
James is.
A lot of Jamies.
What if the king was called Bob?
Bob.
Bob with Bobbins.
Bobbins.
Well, Bobbins, that is.
Team Inept says you'll be Charligans.
Team Inept says Carolingians. That sounds like something out of Fifth Element. Charleston says Spruglo. Carolensians or Carolingians says Zadster. British says Carl. James is Jacobean. That makes no sense because James is not Jacob. But then again, we are British, so that would be the kind of nonsense we'd come up with, I suppose.
Yeah.
We'd be Spaniel, says Spid. Dave Cardboard says, isn't Carolingian a font? Probably.
Might be a cheese.
Could be.
Yeah, Carolingian on toast.
Yes. Simon Payne says, we are Windsors. Ah, das ist richtig. Yeah, das ist richtig. And Spriggley says German. There you go. We're German.
Ostrich is Irish.
Just a curious question. I always wondered what he'd be like if Charles became king. What would be called? What would be? I mean, it's weird to think right now we're Elizabethans.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the Windsor's thing is correct actually because it's the House of Windsor, isn't it?
Yeah, but when it was
not. It's not.
Yeah, but it was Georgians at the turn of the century. Were they all Georgians?
Yeah, but I don't think it was because it was a George family, wasn't it? It wasn't just his first name, George.
Well, we went from Victorians because it was Queen Victoria to Georgians because it was King George V, I think.
Yeah,
then
but
he died.
when historians go about the past, they talk about the Victorian era and the Georgian era, and in the reign of Charles. So they never call it the Charlian.
Yeah, it's just this one of those names that there's no way to.
No. I don't even know what decade we're in at the moment because it was the 80s and the 90s and the noughties, and then this one.
Yeah. And then don't forget, of course, once Charles pops off the twig, we've either got Harry or William. I don't want to be under King William because that's not going to end well. Under Harry, it's probably not much better either. So there you go.
I forget the running order now. Charles, never mind. Well, next time I see him, I'll ask.
Carl says the Elizabethan era took place from 1558 to 1603.
But it's taking place again now, though, isn't it?
Was that a Google or did Carl know that?
I'm sure he knew. He probably knows the months as well, but he's not going to let me shut off.
So Esther says he's seen stuff from the 50s that said they went on about the new Elizabethan era.
We talk about historical stuff as well. Okay? We're well educated when it comes to the eModels. eModels.
Translation. We don't half talk some rubbish when we're trying to do other stuff. we sidetrack ourselves. We're brilliant.
Yeah. What were you up to?
I think we were giving some stuff away, weren't we?
We were doing stickers, weren't we?
Yeah.
eModels live stream where we distract
ourselves. We were doing stickers because Foxx is holding some stickers.
Have been for a while.
Right. Once again, the questions come from Stephen Hill Harris. Thank you very much for that. And this week, particularly the first one, because I haven't read the second one, is USA related. So any of you guys out there in the USA, you might already know this. His question, he introduces it by saying today is tax day in the USA when the individual tax returns are due. So it must be horrible. You do your own tax, don't you, Foxx?
I do because I'm self-employed. So yeah, and it's. I don't understand maths, so I probably submit the wrong tax returns every year, but it works just about. But that's dead simple. But American taxes are an even worse nightmare. I think in America, doesn't everybody do their own taxes? You have to submit your own taxes.
Yeah, that must be horrible. I just prefer pay as you earn. Yeah, PAYE.
Anybody watching who's in the land of our colonial cousins, do tell us: is it everybody has to file their own taxes, or is it just like over here, self-employed and directors and things? Because over here, it's if you're a director or self-employed, you have to file taxes. But if you work for a company, it's PAYE. You just automatically you'd have to do anything like that.
Yeah, if you earn over a certain limit here as well, you do a tax return as well, don't you? Or something like that.
But if you're over a certain limit, you'll have people that do it for you.
You'll have accountants. But if you're an employee and you're on PAYE, then the only time you'll ever fill out taxes is randomly they might pick you to do a tax return. I've had that before I was a director or before I was a self-employed. So
Stephen Hill Harris says that's true, Foxx.
Cool.
And Dave Cardboard says, don't worry, HMRC don't understand maths either.
Yeah. Well, they've never sussed out that my tax returns are always wrong, so clearly they don't. Right, does anybody have to answer that?
Mr. Foxx, you filled your tax return in wrong. Here's £500 for it.
This is £900 about a year ago. Yeah, there you go. Bang. Cool. Did anybody get that right?
We haven't asked a question yet.
Oh, have we not?
No, there was a lack of question. The lead up
Stephen Hill Harris does ask for the question for the stickers that Foxx is waving about there. He says, in what year was the first income tax levied in the USA? Go. Yeah, so if there are any Americans here, they might know that.
There are some Americans here, they might not know it, but as ever, we don't know that it's the correct answer that we've been given. We just go by what people send us.
No fact checking takes place, and you've got your odds of winning are 1 in 4.3 billion. So good odds.
Yeah, better odds than the lottery.
We have some answers.
Carl Smith wins that one. Yeah, 1861.
1861, yeah. Well done, Carl. eModel, no, send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk and say, please send me all the stickers, and we'll send you the double sticker pack.
Osric's a little bit out when he says 42.
42.
Paul at Team and App says, no income tax, no VAT, no money back, no guarantee.
Oh, that's in my head now. Wait, oh no, hang on. No, I got it confused with the I know I've got dire straits in my head because of a tangent that went wrong.
Okay. I don't
brain cell misfired. Now I've got dire straits. Money for nothing. There you go.
Tiger Tank 2 said he'd like one each of those stickers. If you don't happen to win a sticker on the on here, you could drop eModels a line and ask if you could have one.
Yeah, if you're placing an order in the store anyway, ask them to stick some stickers in. Ask them for a big and a little one. They'll stick some in.
Yeah.
Mug.
Right, and a mug, yeah, and we've got a follow-up question of that one. A mug, the version 2 mug.
Don't forget, if you've already got a mug, you're welcome to have another mug. If you've already got a mug and you don't want another one, don't answer the question. Give everybody else a chance. But you are welcome to have more than one. So if you've got a mug and you want another mug, feel free to ask the question. If you don't want one, don't answer.
Yeah, Carl Smith says, can we send his stickers to Tiger Tank 2? So Tiger Tank 2, send it to your email address, send us your address to ted@emodels.co.uk and we'll sort you out.
Yep, there you go, a couple of stickers. Woohoo!
Yep, thanks, Carl. Right, for the mug, the follow-up question from Carl.
So required again.
So, yeah, from Stephen Hill Harris. Follow-up question to that one. Which president implemented the Revenue Act of 1861? Go. Another tax USA question.
Phalanges. President dancing phalanges.
I was waiting for Ted to just carry on reading out the answer then, for some reason. I don't know what.
Yeah, I nearly did.
Which president implemented the Revenue Act of 1861, Texas?
No, it's Dallas.
Dallas.
Andrew Leary says Lincoln.
Yep.
Yeah, well done.
Oh, I don't know. It's not the full answer. He didn't. It might have been Brian Lincoln.
Bob Lincoln. Andrew, send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk. Now, we don't send these out. These just go sent out by email. So send us an email and we'll forward that on to the guys at eModels and they'll post that out. For your stickers, Ted and I don't get a chance to go to the post office very often because we live billions of miles from civilization, both of us. So you might be waiting for your stickers for a little while, but don't panic. Once you've mailed us, you're not forgotten. We just tend to build them up to the end of the month. It can take a bit longer sometimes.
I've been trying to find the right size envelope for the big stickers. I haven't been able to find any.
Yeah, no, I struggle with that.
You find them in the pound shop. You get about a dozen for £1.
I had a look, and they didn't have any.
I got a box full of envelopes, and they were just a little bit too small. I've got a big box full of envelopes, and they're just not quite the right size. I'm like,
yes.
Oh.
Well, just cut the sticker in half and send it.
Yeah, that's true. Fold it.
Yeah.
So when you mail through, if you're waiting for a sticker from a previous show, mail us again anyway, because if you see 5 emails from you, we'll know we've got 5 lots of stickers to send you. But they don't go out straight away. It can take a little while because Ted's old and I live nowhere near a post office. So there you go. We do get there eventually, but the mugs go out from eModels, so we'll get that mailed off for you.
Yeah, we'll get around to it. Yeah, I did send some out, as I said a few days ago. So hopefully some of them will be winging the way to you. Unfortunately, I just run out of stickers. So
did you delete the emails when you sent them?
I'll get around to that.
In that case, we can't go in and fiddle with them because we don't know which ones you've done. So that inbox is yours, Ted. You've just shut yourself in the butt there.
Yeah.
Mark Dale says, I've just worked out. He said, I've just worked out. If I buy 2 stickers, maybe I can tell Mrs. D they came with 2 free Falcons.
Sorted. Yep. There you go.
Huge success.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I said you could tell that you were the 1000th customer of the month or something, and you win a special prize.
You were the 1,000,000th customer.
Yep.
To quote Marcus from Borderlands, "You're the millionth customer. Don't let it go to your head." Also, if you're high better prices anywhere else, I'll have you killed.
Just checking that any of the emails have come through. I've got 2 pension enrollment notices, but no.
No. Oh, the one downside of having to file your own tax returns in the UK is that my own personal email inbox is just full of HMRC emails constantly, every day. Ping, here's some advice. Ping, here's some more advice. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Stop. Whoa.
Yeah. Have you remembered to file your return? Yeah. Time is running out.
You've only got 635 days. It's like, I do it at the same time every year. I never forget when to do my taxes because I get that existential dread just after Christmas that goes, oh, I've got to spend the whole day doing my taxes.
Tiger Tank 2 is asking what email address I need to send off for the stickers. I'll type it into the chat as well.
Yep, it's ted@emodels.co.uk. That's your email address for everything. For all things.
Let me just make sure I typed it right before I send it. Yep.
Yes. So if you need to send your credit card details somewhere, obviously you could just do it. No, don't do that. It was a joke.
What was I going to say? Yeah, and all 3 of us get access to that email. So if you have any particular individual questions, you can fire them in there as well.
But because Ted didn't email the ones he's already sent out, we can't go anywhere near it now and touch anything. So address it to Ted.
Also,
Zadster says, I auto-filter HMRC emails to their own folder. So do I, but it wasn't as funny if I said that. Yeah, HMRC, they mail you all the time. It's like, oh.
I got an email from last week that basically said, we've sent you a message through the online messaging thing, so you have to go there and find out what the message is. It's like, what? You just sent me a message to tell me to go and look somewhere else for a message.
It's like phoning you up to tell you sent an email. You know what gets me though is they send you a thing saying we've sent you a message to your account, and then you have to go in and remember where the hell the messages are because it's not intuitive. The HMRC system is not intuitive.
No, well, it was a case of I'll log into the account then. Okay, what's your 17-digit password? It's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, your government gateway password and stuff. I just live for the day. One day, maybe I live in my absolute dream is not to be rich and famous. It's not to be, anything like that. My dream is that one day, maybe I earn enough to have an accountant. That would be fantastic. I could just never worry about it again. If I earn enough so I need an accountant and they can just do all that for me, my life would be completely happy. I'd be like, yes, no more maths. It will never happen. Jamie Bone asks a question. Question is for me, this one. With the Astra Militarum Sentinel, do you have to glue the front part on?
I can tell you.
This is where Foxx pulls it out of the cabinet, the front part falls off.
Yep.
And the answer is yes.
Yes. The answer is, if I zoom in a bit, I shall say you. Would you look on me, please, Christopher? And he said Tedward again, then, didn't I?
Tis locked.
Let me focus it for you.
Yeah, I can't do that bit.
Astra Militarum Sentinel. No, I haven't glued mine on because I need to be able to paint the dude inside. It might not look like it when you put it together, but even with the guy fully installed, you can just about get the front back on again. It requires a bit of persuading to click back in place, but I've left mine off so I can paint the interior because there's all details inside there. And then when you put it down, it will snap back in place. You don't need to glue it on. It's fine. So, yeah, no, you don't need to. There you go. I've not painted that yet, but I'm looking forward to it because it looks like ultimately good fun.
I thought it was just going to be a stealth version. That's quite cool.
Well, I put it in a stealthy position. It's like down on its haunches,
yeah.
creeping.
So you could have it as in stealth paint. That'd be done. Sorted.
Yeah, that's a bit lazy, that. What's the colour scheme? UMP primer. There you go.
Speedy Q8 says that he wonders if accountants dream of having an accountant. Yeah, who does an accountant's accounts?
Yeah, who accounts the accountants? Zaster says, fortunately, there's an HMRC security thing that sends a password to your phone. It saved me more than once. I remember I was a director, company director for a few years, way back in the early 2000s. And I set up a government gateway account to do HMRC taxes and stuff. And then that went away, so I stopped doing it. And then, of course, I started doing this and I became self-employed and I had to file my own taxes. And I didn't remember anything at all about my government gateway, my unique tax reference, anything like that. My previous employer was rubbish and didn't give me all the information. And it took me about 4 or 5 weeks of pulling my hair out to eventually get my unique tax reference number and things like that to then be able to use and file accounts. Oh, God, it was a nightmare. So if you do end up having to file your own taxes in the UK, for the love of dog, store multiple copies of your logins, passwords, and unique tax references in multiple places securely, because if you forget it, you will just die trying to get it off back from the HMRC. It's a nightmare.
I think you might be slightly out of focus, Fox.
Am I?
Did you adjust your focus when you showed these things?
I was twiddling my bits, wasn't I? Sorry, hang on.
You might not be. It might just be me, but
You can tell Chris is in charge
I'm
today.
wearing Ted's glasses.
You can tell Chris is in charge today, can't you?
There we go. That's better, I think.
Is that better? That's better.
I'm assuming I can do that. I won't do that again.
No, I don't do that. All right. Ashley Sparrowhawk is saying I could do a question. Can I ask the question? Is this for the giveaway? If you're talking about a question that you want us to ask to, give away mugs and stickers and stuff, it'll be done this week. But send it to ted@emodels.co.uk and we'll ask it not next week, the week after, and we'll keep it there. Or if it was just a fun question that you've got, you want an answer to, then ask in the chat. But yeah.
Don't forget, of course, if you do send us a question and answer to use in the mug and sticker giveaway, if you include your name and address, we will send you a sticker if we use your questions. If you don't include a name and address, then we won't send you one. Or if you just put in, I don't need a sticker, that's easily good. But if you include your name and address and we use your question, we'll send you a sticker. So it's a guaranteed way to get a sticker.
Ashley will send it in. So yeah, we'll keep that until the next time we're back.
Now, don't be like Dave Barker. Remember to include, as well as your name and address, the question and the answer as well.
Yeah. The answer usually helps us because we don't Google, we don't check up.
Dave Barker, we've not seen in chat for a while, to be honest. One sent in a question answer. Well, he sent the question. I got half of it.
Andrew Leary asks, have we done belly and bench? We've always got time for belly and bench. We've never,
you can do it again if you like.
Never done it. Yeah, we've never not done it.
Simon Payne says there's a question I need to ask about resin to look like water.
Okay.
It does. Yeah.
That's the question, Simon. Yeah, put the question in chat. We'll answer it on the telly now.
Yeah, or at least we'll have a go. If we can't answer it, we often find that people in chat will answer it.
Yes,
for us.
so it's always worth. You don't need to email questions, just questions for us to answer on the telly. You just put that in the chat.
Just a free-flow thing. This, remember, if you're new here, it's your chance, it's your chat. We're just here to facilitate everybody getting together and having an evening of merriment and mirth. And
if you've got a question that needs a serious answer, then someone in the chat will be able to answer it because we probably won't.
Yeah, we're not very good at that.
Yeah. Oh, here goes the question. He says, if you want to do deep water to see under, would you use a Perspex box or deep resin? So I assume he wants to make a diorama so you can see through the water and see things in it. I've seen people do, they've made like a former. So they've made the box to make the diorama in, and they've filled it with the resin or whatever they're using for the water, and then they take the sides off and you get the clear block so you can see straight through it. I've seen like U-boats, and you've got a base like a normal like picture frame thing, but then a block of resin. And they look fantastic. I don't know how they make it not stick to the sides, though. I don't know how they do that.
Yeah. And your former's going to need to be perfectly fit, so you don't have edges around and things like that. And
how permanent is the resin? When you take the sides, it's not just going to go like that.
No, it's rock solid.
It's a solid. Yeah.
I mean, you could make a case out of Perspex, like he suggests, a Perspex case, and then fill it with the resin. And that will work just as well, but you're going to get the edges down the side, obviously, where the Perspex. Okay. That's one way. But I've seen, I don't know how they've done it to make it not stick, but they have built basically a mold and they fill it with the resin and then take the sides off. I know if you're making a small thing like I've done it, I've seen it where you've got like a bit of a landscape and there's maybe a dip and a bit of a puddle or a pool or a pond, and it's the edge of the diorama, and they just put card or paper there. Or not maybe shiny A4 paper or something like that, and taped it to the side so the resin stops at the edge, and then when it's dried a bit they can take the paper off and you get a nice solid straight edge.
That's what I'm intending to do with my diorama here. It's going to have let me grab it out. I'm intending to have not deep water, just that sort of amount of water on the front there. So I will be building up the sides, putting some resin type stuff in, and then trying to take the sides off. So hopefully it'll work. Stay tuned.
As it says, a deep resin would cost a fortune and would potentially be bubbly. I think there's a technique for doing it so it doesn't become bubbly, whether it's mixed or heated up or things like that. But yeah, to do it right, if you've built your model and you're going to encase it in resin, I think it's a one-shot type thing. You've got one go at it to get it right. Otherwise, you're stuck with it.
Yeah, it's I've thought about doing like resin water before, but I don't think I've not got the nerves for it, because I know you've got to build it up slowly in layers and try and fight off bubbles and things like that. If you see people do it properly, they actually build it up really slowly in thin layers, and then they prick out any bubbles with a pin, and then do the next layer and get rid of any bubbles. So I haven't got the patience for that.
Yeah, that looks a bit harsh, a bit difficult.
Yeah. Ashley Sparrowhawk says, "Could I have a mug instead of a sticker, as of both of the stickers already?" We can do that, can't we? I think.
Well, we can
He won
drop.
the stickers. So, did he win the stickers?
Yeah, we can drop.
I think that was because he asked us. He's got us, sent us a question to ask in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, right.
So that was that. So, if you need a mug, then probably best to pop along and buy one from him, because they sell them.
Don't forget, if you didn't win a mug tonight, or if you want a mug, you can get them online from eModels themselves, and they don't charge you any extra for them. They only charge you what they cost to buy in, and free postage. I think it's still free postage. So
Just say Ted said.
Ted said.
it's free postage.
Just very quickly, Chris Carney's mailed in. He says, "Please let Carl Smith know that I really appreciate him giving me those beautiful stickers of yours to me. That was a nice gesture." He's a helicopter mechanic working on UH-60L helicopters for the US Army 4th Ranger Training Battalion in Fort Benning, Georgia. Now, when he said Chris Carney, I thought he was the guy from Bungie, the video game developer who's known for making Carney Holes, who's also called Chris Carney.
Ah.
Carney Holes is like a little dip in the terrain where you can hide and nobody can shoot you, apparently. It's an accident. Just a random fact that stuck in my brain when I saw the name Chris Carney on the email. He says, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to read too much out because it's probably not supposed to be read out on the internet. He says, if you great folks ever need photos of Black Hawk helicopters, please let me know. Thanks again and have a great day. Awesome. If you watch it, you are watching at the minute anyway, aren't you, Chris? So if anybody needs photograph references of Black Hawks, give Chris a shout in chat if you're in chat now. Although I do apologise, Chris, I forgot what your name is in chat. So put a little note in there saying, "Hi, it's me. I'm in chat. Here I am. Hello." Because I'm rubbish with names.
I saw it a minute ago, but I can't find it now. It was Tiger Tank 2, wasn't it?
Is it Tiger Tank 2? I can't remember. Whoever it was, anyway, yes. I had a question from Mark Dale saying he needs to get some new sander. He says, "I've lost it. What's a good set of sanders to go for to replace mine? They finally got to all than one." I did place a link in the chat, but I suggested the UMP sanding sponges from the eModels store. They're really, really nice. I've got UMP sanding sponges in my drawer.
Yeah, quite a few of them.
They're great. I love the squishy grey ones. My favourite. But you can't really go wrong with them. They last you quite a long time. I've got a big selection in here.
Yeah, and you can wash them as well. So
many UMP sanding sticks, and I make them last years because I'm a skint flint.
Yeah, yeah. Give them a scrub with a brush on some water, and they come up like new again. Or newer.
Tiger Tank 2 says he's no relation to Chris Carney from Bungie. Oh well. I thought I was going to have to go downstairs and get my Bungie hat because I've got a Bungie hat.
Is that just a normal hat with a bungee cord on it?
No. Go back to sleep. Heating It Up says gets rid of bubbles. That's resin for clear water effect, says Carl at Mods. Yep, I've seen people get little cooking blow torches and just whiz it really quickly across the surface of the resin to get rid of bubbles.
Yeah, I must try it sometime. I must try and see how thick I can make the resin go. Right.
Philly says high pouring point and a heat gun to prevent bubbles. Would the resin build up any heat? Ask Graham. That's a good question. Ask Graham Presswood, because I know resin can be exothermic. It can give off heat. I think it's something you have to take into account with some resins that it does warm up. I don't think it's hot, but I think it does warm up.
Yeah, I think there's different types of resins because there's cold cast resin as well, isn't there?
I did something recently. What was I did within the last couple of years? I did something. I can't remember what it was now, and I used something to make something, and it got warm. I've got no idea what it was. There's a really pointless tangent to throw at you.
That was when you dug up your earth from your garden and you cooked it in your oven.
That got warm because it was in the oven and it smelled delicious. And by the way, folks, if you want the nicest smell in the world, go and dig up a load of soil from your kitchen, from your garden, put it in the oven at 180 degrees for an hour. It's the most fantastic smell. Trust me, it's better than baking bread. It's just fantastic.
No, I don't think there can be anything better than making bread. Unless
no, trust me, it is.
Unless the guys out there know different. If you guys in chat, what smell is as good as baking bread?
Nothing apart from baking earth, which smells strong. It's like the same smell, but more. It's
tarmac. Hot tarmac's quite a good one.
No, petrichor. Now that is a nice smell.
Who?
Petrichor. When rain hits a dry asphalt or soil.
Oh.
Petrichor, because it's the chemical compounds that are released when the water hits the dry soil. That's what that smell is after a hot summer's day and you get the fresh rain on the dry earth. It's called petrichor.
Yeah.
I'll try it on the mother-in-law's cooking. Might improve it, says Lord Barkley. Would dust be a problem with big depths of resin, says Dave Cardboard? Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Line the room in polythene, have a big extractor fans, white sort of CSI
suits, yeah.
Oh, I remember what it was that got warm.
Oh.
Because Philly says super glue and foam flock, and that got hot. It was when you put baby powder or talcum powder or some baking soda into super glue to make it go rock hard. That gets really warm. It does get really warm because I made something and I was making, I think, my Space 1999 Comlock, which is resin. So I was super gluing it, but I was putting like whatever it was, I can't remember now, baby powder or something, or baking soda, I think it was, and it goes really warm and then drops off.
I've had a similar sort of thing. There was an email, a Facebook post talking about the other day on about Easy Line. I've had a similar sort of thing where I've added super glue to the end of a cotton thread and it's sort of fizzled, gone really hot, and then sort of set. Weird.
That's heat.
Yeah.
George Taylor misheard us and thought we were talking about bacon bread. I don't know what bacon bread would be, but I need it.
Yeah, that'd be bacon bread. Bacon bread. Yeah, I can make that.
Anders Ericsson agrees that the smell of baking earth is actually a lovely smell. It is if you've never tried it, just normal garden dirt, 180 degrees centigrade, not Fahrenheit in Americans, 180 degrees centigrade, Fahrenheit. Oh no, centigrade, got confused then. 180 degrees in an oven for an hour.
Andrew Leary says the smell and taste of his first pint after driving to the Lake District.
Yeah.
Pint in the Lake District, unbeatable.
Yeah. Zazda says if you're messing about with resin and stuff, he said you could always try experimenting with a small model like the Chibi U-boat, like my little U-boat. Yeah, if you're going to try out resin for making your water effects, try it out on a scrappy thing first, just to. I mean, it's not a cheap thing to do because you've got to use some of the resin to do the test, but it's worth trying it out because you don't want to get a model that you spent weeks and weeks and weeks making and then mess up the resin so it looks terrible and ruins it. Because like Ted said, it's a one-shot deal. If you get it wrong, you're screwed. So do some tests first.
Yeah. Lots of practice.
Ashley Sparrowhawk says, what's the email?
ted@emodels.co.uk.
ted@emodels.co.uk.
That's all.
Paul DeFascio says he's put dinner in the oven. What did I miss? Go back and put some dirt in with it as well.
Yeah, a bowl full of dirt. It smells fantastic. And we need to know what the dinner is. You keep doing that, Paul. It's not the first time Paul's mentioned food and not qualified the food statement with what the actual food is.
Put dinner in oven.
And if he comes back and says pizza, I'll just have to go there and hit it because that wouldn't be acceptable. Got to explain.
Mark Dale says, I think this hobby has many excuses for mild solvent abuse smells. Yeah, there's lots of glues that are around us most of the day. So, keep the lids done up.
Yeah, and paint. Yeah, Humbrol enamels have that smell. I think it sort of returns you to your youth, doesn't it? So
yeah, I get that with because I don't use Humbrol enamels, but I get that with the ammo weathering products like the washes and streaking grimes and stuff. Oh, Paul Di Tomaso says it's the English muffin pepperoni pizza that none of us understood. Still don't know what that actually means. I can't pass it. I don't know.
Now, Viero paint has a strange sort of perfumey type smell, doesn't it?
Which paint, Ted, is that? Sorry, which?
Viero.
You say Valera, I say Valera.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vallejo stuff smells quite nice. There's one of the colours I had, it was a lilac-y colour, and it smelled like lavender, and I hate lavender. It smelled just like lavender. I'm like, oh, I've got to use it, but it wasn't right. And one smelled like potpourri. It was very strange. I don't know what they put in their paint, but it smells quite nice for most of the part.
Carl seems to be back as Carl rather than making models. He got confused and broke the internet a little bit earlier. He says TCP. Love that smell.
That's another smell from you.
A few people have said to me lately, people know for a while I've been using Dettol to strip paint off things like miniatures and stuff when I need to repaint them. When it all goes to pot and I have to repaint it. And a few people have said to me they don't want to use Dettol because it smells horrible. And I don't understand, because Dettol smells really nice. Is it just because I'm a kid of the 70s and to me it reminds me of the school corridor and grazing when your mum used to get some of it on a graze, when you'd like fall off your bike and take the skin off your knee and it'd be the most crippling pain, and she'd get some Dettol on a bit of cotton bud and be like that. And is that because
Dettol's the sort of thing, isn't it, where one minute your mum's pouring it down the toilet to kill all the germs and the next minute she's applying it to graze on your arm straight out of the bottle?
Yeah, and it's like the most horrible pain, but it's a fond memory of childhood. Yeah. So maybe people who didn't have that growing up don't really think of it as a nice smell, because a lot of people have said to me, I don't like the smell of that. It's like, how can you? It's a nice.
It's definitely a medical smell.
Yeah, it's a disinfectant.
It's a hospital sort of, yeah.
Hospitals don't have that smell anymore, do they?
No, they just smell like
old people.
Bad food and butts, and that's not right. Philly says he likes the smell of Dettol. Carl Smith says, I like Dettol smell as well. My mum always put some in the bath. Yeah, my mum used to do that, bit of Dettol in the bath.
Yeah,
good for you. When I was really little and I go to like infant school in the morning, this is like in the 70s. I go downstairs. I was too little to wash in the sink, and the sink was up here. I'd be like, hello, I can't reach the tap. So I'd go downstairs and I'd sit on the settee, because we're northern, we had a settee, not a couch. I'd sit on the settee and she'd get the washing up bowl on the floor and she'd get warm water and a little bit of Dettol in it, maybe, and she'd get a little cloth and she'd be like washing my face. And so I would be like 5 or 6. And that's little fond memories of me from when I was a kid. So I don't mind the smell of Dettol.
Well, that just proves that kids in the 70s weren't ill because they were all pale. They were just bleached.
Yeah, we just bleached.
They're perfectly healthy, just bleached.
But this is the thing now, because there's a big thing now that, you know, people say that the reason that so many kids now have things like asthma and other things like that is because they've been grown up in like clinically sterile environments. The parents are just like cleaning the house top to bottom, everything's bleached, and they're not being allowed out to roll around in the dirt like we used to do. And the theory is that we used to build up immunities to all the nasties in the soil because we go outdoors and we just eat the soil, and that's how we got immune to like worms and stuff.
Share the cat
food. Be immune to worms
because they don't harm me anymore. I walk up and they go, you're no, and they just go off in their own direction. They don't even bother. I've not been mugged by a worm for years. But the thing is, though, we were constantly drenched in like Dettol and TCP and Vicks and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know how that works, because we were more bleached than kids are now. I don't know how it works.
Used to share cat food, eat dog biscuits and things like that. Never did us any harm.
No. Dave Carbo says Vicks Vaporizer. There's a smell I've not smelled for a long time. Vicks Vapor Rub.
I've just noticed the time, and we've not done something yet.
Oh,
have we? Oh yeah, we've got 3 minutes left to do a giveaway.
This is why you watch to the end of the show, folks.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes the end of the show's missed. I'm going to lock it on Ted so he can do the stuff.
Sometimes we give stuff away.
Right, I'll have to get ready because I've not done this before. Yeah, this week we've got a giveaway because it's coming up to Bank Holiday weekend and things like that, and we won't be here next week. So we thought we'd give you some extra time that you can comment on the video, and hopefully in 2 weeks' time you might win a giveaway from this week. So what I have to do now, without pressing the wrong button or leaving.
Locked on Ted, Chris.
It's locked on Ted, yes.
I have to ask.
We can do talking all the time now, and he won't notice. We're still watching Ted.
Now remember, if you're not watching this live, don't panic. This isn't a giveaway for the chat. This is a giveaway for everyone. We're going to be asking you to put a comment on the video. So this isn't just for people in chat. This is for, if you're watching this a week later, you can still enter. If it's not the week after that, because then we do the giveaway. But you can still enter this after the fact, even if you're not watching live. So keep watching.
Yeah. And this week we're giving away a tank. Yeah. It says a tank. Press the share button. Share the screen.
Ted. Press the share button.
Cancel it. Start again. Let's start again.
Oh God, what's he broken now? No.
It won't share.
It won't share.
It won't share. It's the green box with the arrow in it.
No, I've gone up to the green box, and when it comes up, share your screen, and when it says press the share button, it won't share.
Oh, shall I open it? Let me get the link. I'll open it on mine if you
find it somewhere else.
Ted can still do the talkie, but I'll just get the picture up.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Hang on, let me find it. I'm going to find it.
I'll stop sharing Ted because otherwise it's just embarrassing sitting there.
Let me find it.
Have you found it yet?
Broke his internet. If I shall screen share now,
I shall look on Foxx.
Hang on.
Carl Smith says, "Don't forget, eModels are giving away a limited edition Panavia Tornado." Yeah, all you have to do is go across to the Facebook page and like and share that post.
Yes, there's a post on the Facebook page. Just like it and share it, and you might win that tornado. The photograph on the post is a picture of Pete Mate surrounded by boxes of that tornado kit.
Yeah, so like and share, and you can win that as well.
Yes. All right, Ted, what are we giving away this week?
We're giving away a space tank. Well, I'm told it's a space tank because it's a TIE fighter. So
we're just going quiet now, so Ted can talk all about Star Wars for the next 5 minutes.
It'll be fine.
This week, your chance to win, whatever it is from.
He can't cover up the words. He doesn't need the words.
I don't know what it is.
It's a spaceship thing. Space. It could be a tank. Well, it's one of them things that Foxx told you about last week.
What film is it from, Ted?
Blake 7.
I've got it in my head.
Is it from Star Trek?
I'm not doing that one. The video will get pulled like nobody's business.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah, it's from Star Wars.
Yay!
It's the. I'm trying to read the tiny print that's
pronounced taffeta. There you go.
Space Superiority Starfighter.
The Space taffeta.
Yeah, it's a TIE fighter, whatever TIE stands for. It probably means something else, but
Twin ion engines. There you go. That's what it stands for.
Does it?
Yeah, twin ion. Or dancing phalanges. Have we stopped sharing? Or have we stopped sharing me yet?
This one, it could have been flown by Mr. Spock. Twin ion engines fighter.
There's an entire just fandom just crumbling in tears right now.
Yeah, it's quite scary.
Do let me know when I'm not sharing so I can come off this.
However, it is
I'm sharing you now. There you go.
Oh, there we go. I can come back.
So it could be a pretty good model to build.
Yes, it's jolly good fun. It's one of the little push fit kits. It's not complicated. It's great fun. You can focus on the I love Bandai kits because the build isn't hard and you can just concentrate on the painting and weathering. It's great fun and it looks fantastic. It's, again, like I said before, they're the most accurate Star Wars kits you're going to get. So go for it.
So we're going to make people comment on this video when it's available as a video. What we're going to get them to comment, Ted?
I think we'll have the comment you're least likely to hear on Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to go for something else, but we'll do that. Yes. So when this live stream's finished, about 5 or 10 minutes after it's finished, it'll just be a normal video on the eModels YouTube channel. So just go along to the video for this show and put a comment on that video. And as Ted says, just make your comment. A phrase you're never going to hear on Star Wars. Keep it family friendly.
I'm expecting we're finding things like "Beam me up, Harry" and things like that. Yeah,
beam me up, Harry. But yeah, keep it family friendly because we might read them out. and it's a family-friendly channel. But yeah, so put a comment on there. You've got a couple of weeks now because we're not going to be around next week. If you're not watching this live, you can still enter. Just put your comment down, and we will pick a winner at random the week after next. You've got to be in it to win it. And what have you got to do, Ted?
Be in it to win it.
No, I was going to do your other phrase. It's not relevant. I just wanted you to say it.
I can't remember.
What do you normally say when we're doing the what's in store?
Slap it in your basket.
Yeah, and you know what you've not said to us for a while? What do you do in mud effects?
I'm lost.
What's your known catchphrase, Ted?
Slap it on.
There you go. So yes, just stick a comment on this week's show when it becomes a video in the next 10 or 15 minutes, anytime between now and the Monday after next, and we will pick a winner Monday after next.
Yeah, that'll be the 29th.
Yes, and you'll win that taffeta, Imperial's taffeta. There you go. That's what you'll win.
So don't forget, slap it in your basket. Slap it on.
Slap
And
it
if you lost it, check it out. That's them all for this week. Well,
It's an ITA-AT-AT from Star Trek, says Adster. Piloted by Spock, says Carl Smith. That's a very odd tank, says Carl.
yeah, I was told it was a space tank, Carl. That's they'll tell me anything, these two, you know.
Yeah.
Let's
have a look at.
Anders says, I think we need to write Ted some cue cards. We can hold them up.
Yeah, but make sure to put directions in brackets so we can read them out and it'd be even funnier.
The thing is, you two write them in German as well.
What's on the show this week? Move to next card. Wait.
Right.
Oh yeah. Somebody said something. Jamie Bone in chat says dancing phalanges. Dave Cardboard. That's number wang.
Right. Zaza says, I hope I get lots of slap-it-ons in the weathering video. Yeah, I'll have to do some of them. Make it, because it's probably going to be the last video of the submarine. And hopefully, day off tomorrow, so I can get a bit more done on it.
If it helps, there may be quite a few slap-it-ons in the latest U-boat video coming out later this week. I will put edit my videos as often as I can.
Yeah, them comments are copyrighted. You know, I'll be writing to you. I have my solicitor write to you.
I'll get my accountant to write to yours because
every time someone says slap it on, Ted gets 5p.
Yeah. SAG-AFTRA accredited, and he's got an empty card.
This week.
Andy Erickson says he'll write them in Swedish for you, the cue cards.
Oh, good.
Nobody can pronounce Swedish words. I don't think even Swedish people can read Swedish.
I think they make it up as they go along.
Yeah, I think they just talk really fast and hope people just assume they get the assumption of the meaning right.
Anyway, I think it's about time we left it at that because.
Hang on, before you do, Ted.
Yeah, there's one there. There's one there.
One there for you, Ted. He tells you how to say slap it in your basket, I think.
Domi Corgan, slang Domi I Corgan.
You went Australian slang, bro.
Slang Domi.
Oh no, bro, slang.
That's the Australian
Slang Domi Corgan.
Schlong Dom Corgan.
Schlong Domi Corgan.
A Corgan. E Corgan.
Well, how? Well, it's good night from El Ted.
El Ted.
El Ted.
You can only say it in a low voice. El Ted.
El Ted.
El Ted. Yeah.
Simon Payne says, thank you for a great first show. Thank you for coming along.
Thank you for watching.
Come back.
Next time, bring a friend. Yep. Bring a friend.
Schweiss es in dein Korb, says Sergeant Bones.
Yeah, they're all getting foreign in there now. I'm gonna not look at it anymore.
Yes.
Thank you all for watching. We're nothing without you. So,
well, we're not much with them, but
something.
What is an empty sack? And what is it? What's the? Oh, and there's a Ferengi phrase. An empty sack and hope is worth an empty sack. For rule of acquisition number 248. I'll shut up now because that wasn't even funny, and it was funny in my head.
I don't think it was the right number either.
No, I don't know. Remember, we're not here next week, guys and girls. Yeah. We're bank holiday. We'll be back.
Week off. We're going to fill ourselves with chocolate Easter eggs and all the rest of it, and do things of a week and off.
Chocolate Easter eggs, star beer.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be eating all the Easter eggs that Skylar doesn't want. Grandad, do you want this?
Okay.
Is that why you buy her so many Easter eggs that she can't eat all of them and you get all the ones left over?
Yeah, Skyly, can't eat all those because it's going to make you bad. I'll just have to eat them for you.
Yeah. Carl Smith clarifies it's Ferengi rule of acquisition 109. Dignity in an empty sack is worth the sack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Although my favourite has to be never trust a man in a more expensive suit than yours.
Simon Payne says, do we get stickers if we send the Easter eggs? Yes. Yes.
Send your Easter eggs to Ted at eModels.co.
Might be a bit flat.
Anyway, at 8 minutes past 11, time to go to bed. We'll see you all a week on Monday. But thank you very much for joining me.
No, I've got to click the button to make
You've
it go.
got to go, yeah. We're just waiting for you, dude.
I'll just click it. Bye all.
Holidays.
Happy Easter.
Bye.